Welcome back. Taco Satsu. When I say it fast, it really just sounds like fucking taco sauce.
I mean, yes,
taco seasoning.
Taco seasoning.
Taco seasoning, episode 14.
God.
Dominic, how's your crow taste?
How does my crow taste? What?
I think we both got a heaping helping of crow.
Oh, God, yeah.
After last episode, shitting on Gozyuger.
Oh, God, that too. Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, so, I mean, we were pretty down after 30 and 31, and we're going to get into 32, 33 here, but what a difference.
God!
It's just...
Yes, what a difference. Why?
I think the worst thing about Gozyuger is how inconsistent it is. Like, we can go from, like, just bland, bad episodes to then 2 episodes where they just nail it, and they're, like, on all cylinders.
God, and that's probably why I'm mad. Holy shit. Gozyugers has needed writing like this, I feel like, for the past 10 episodes.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like, it's such a mixed bag with what you're gonna get with Gozyuger. Hopefully we're moving into like a new status quo after these 2 episodes. Hopefully it maintains this level, but I don't trust it to.
We never do. You can never trust Gozyugers. It is a roller coaster in the worst way.
Is Gozyugers the first Sigma male tokusatsu series?
Please never call it that again. I beg of you.
Carving its own path?
Yeah, carving its own path is certainly one way to put it. It's like riding a roller coaster with a blindfold on, but there's also no road ahead. You've got a drill at the front of the roller coaster, and it's going through a mountainside. And
halfway through, there's like a bumper car section. And you're not going to know when it starts.
I know, God, yeah. But that also implies that you've got the wheel in your hands, and you don't. You don't.
No, you're just getting bumped around.
Oh, that's what you mean. You know what? Sure, we'll take that.
You know, if there's one thing I had faith in Gozyugers, it was the foundational relationship between Sweet Cake and Shining Knight.
That is also true. Anything anchoring the show would be the love story between 2 madly in love characters, literally bound at the hip.
But we start 32 and they want to get divorced.
They do.
This should have been our first warning sign that things were changing.
Honestly, if you're going to shake up a status quo, it's got to be of the established character dynamics, right?
Yeah, so they're like sitting around Bright on Castle, and 1 minute like they're being so in love, and Fire Candle and Bouquet are like, oh, they're so in love, isn't it great? And then they turn back to them and they're arguing now, and they're both like, I want a divorce.
Oh, Jesus. It's great. I love it.
Yep, they're a lot of fun. And speaking of things that are not fun, Sumino exposes Rikuo's bitch ass in front of everybody.
Well deserved, honestly. Long needed, because
well deserved.
Why
long overdue?
Why continue to associate yourself with literally an evil person?
Yeah. So she pulls up the Instagram post that she saw at the end of last episode.
Oh my God,
I think that's what it was.
Yeah, it is what it was. Holy shit, you're right.
And he's tagged. That's how she found out, because he's tagged in the photo.
And she's like,
yeah,
hey,
so she brings it up to everyone.
What's this?
Yeah, she's like, this guy is... It's like Gushima or Gunshima Ray.
Yeah,
I don't know if his last name will matter.
Yeah, well.
But she was like, is this guy, gray eyes, used to be a doctor, then had an accident, disappeared. Why the fuck is there a photo of you with him? And Rikuo really doesn't, in this scene, I don't think he explains anything.
Absolutely not.
He's just kind of apologizes, and then she fucking and then he runs out, right? Or she leaves.
I'm pretty sure she's the one that runs out.
Yeah.
She's like on the hunt.
Right. Well, because he doesn't tell her anything.
Right.
And so she gets fucking pissed off and runs out. And we don't really get anyone else's reaction to this.
Which is kind of surprising. We get like shots of their faces. Everyone just kind of does like the facial reaction, right? But nobody's actually like saying anything.
Yeah. I want to say it's surprising, but if we remember back to the Orca Booster episode, that was kind of Hoeru's reaction to it, I guess, kind of.
Right.
Because he was like, I don't care like why you betrayed the team, but like just join the team again. So I guess it doesn't super matter. And we already fucking know they ain't giving Ryuji or Kindro anything to do. So I don't know why we're surprised they don't get to react.
Yeah, no, you're right. Okay, if there's anything about the writing of these two episodes, that's fine. But what's making it fine is the fact that we're not getting anything at anybody else. But maybe that's for the best. Mm-hmm. I don't really know. I'm still mad that we're getting good writing after all this.
Yeah, it really begs the question of like, because the two episodes that we didn't like that much were kind of Ryugi focused, right? Or at least one of them.
Yeah.
The other one was fucking Assam, but that doesn't matter.
We had literal filler.
Yeah. Well, I'm just wondering because like these two episodes are much better, but they focus on like the three team, or the two really, Rico and Haru. The two that really get the most focus. These are their focus episodes and they're much better than the other ones. I'm wondering if it's not like a coincidence that like they get all the episodes, because clearly the writing team has like dialed in on these two guys, and whenever they try to do like the other ones, the episodes are worse.
I feel like, I don't know, because as you've said before, and it's something that you are very disappointed by now, Kinjiro, just as a concept, had so much potential, and they've squandered it all to him just being a flanderized version of anything, really. Like, he's the party guy. Ooh.
That's a really good point, and I want to hold on to that. But first, I realized we didn't do the intro.
We did not.
My name is Scott. I've seen a little tokusatsu.
And I'm Domo, and I've seen a lot of tokusatsu.
And we both see the most recent tokusatsu. You could probably guess because we talked about it. But you're right. Kinjiro was a character I was super excited for. I think he's a unique concept, and they've just not explored him at all. And we're past the halfway point now. So I don't know, maybe he'll get one more arc, but yeah, super let down. I think that'll be, even if I love the next like 28 or 18 episodes or whatever, 18. I think Kinjiro specifically, I will always be let down by, because he could have been. That's a Kamen Rider.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Kamen Rider
storyline. Like you want to do a high school Kamen Rider, make him like a grandpa that's like young again. You could do a whole season off that. That's fucking meat.
And what really eggs it on is that I think they know that they wasted this potential, because they gave it a throwaway in the episode with the AI and him like living the dream, where it's kind of like, oh, you abandoned your family, and they call him out on it, and it's like, you know what you did. You abandoned this storyline and you're just leaving it to rot.
Yeah, you can't set it up as a fun, wacky comedy, do nothing with it, then throw in angst 20 episodes later. That's not how this works.
Oh, eggs. And the eggs, but we'll not get into
angst and eggs. Yeah.
But
we haven't seen Egg in a long time.
Yeah, no, we haven't. But that's the thing. It's kind of like these next couple of episodes feel like, okay, we forgot to do a thing. Let's go back and do that real quick.
Well, I don't know if they forgot anything.
I'm sure they didn't forget about it, but the fact that it took them this long to address Rikuo's backstory in this way feels like, okay, this definitely should have happened earlier. At least to me.
I don't know if it should have happened earlier, because I know they saved it for like this moment, right? Where everything comes clean, like the big climax.
Right.
I think for me it's just underwhelming. Like they definitely kept parts hidden for this moment, but then once everything's out in the open, it doesn't feel like a crazy secret.
Right. I think the reasoning behind that is because of how far into the season we are already. Like,
it's true.
With us being on episode 32, it feels like there should be bigger things happening. Which I guess in these next couple of episodes, we have big things coming, which is great. It's great, and we direly needed it. But I guess it feels like the highlight of these new things happening is that it's kind of dragging along. Like, oh, we got to tie up some loose ends, or we have to hit story points that we didn't address before in order to get to this point.
Right. I mean, I think, we can debate, well, not really debate, but, the efficacy of this Ray arc as like a main villain can be debated for sure. But it definitely does feel like this is the culmination of the Ray arc, and now we're moving on to something bigger.
Thank God.
Like the whole mystery. I mean, I don't know if it's a problem, but one thing I can say about this whole thing is by the end of this, there's still things we don't know about Sumino's sister's kidnapping.
Right.
Which I think is good. Like, if you're going to have her whole backstory be a mystery, then you got to tease it out. And this fills up a lot of the pieces, but it doesn't fully put everything together, which is kind of cool.
That's true. We also still aren't 100% sure of the reasoning behind her being comatose either.
Yeah, or why Ray needed her, even. We get a line of, like, him saying why he wants her, but, like, what is that? It's not a thing that instantly correlates to, like, oh, I get it.
Right.
You know? Like, we're jumping ahead. We should...
So many questions.
We'll get into all this later. Yeah, so it turns out getting a divorce is really hard when you're attached. The Sweet Cake Shining Knife go to a human divorce lawyer.
They do.
And he's very distraught.
He is, because there's a monster in his office.
Yeah, and then he's like, I divorce humans.
Honestly, racially profiling these guys, not a good look for the divorce lawyer.
He's fucking lucky that's in Japan, bro. That's an instant lawsuit if this was America. You can't, well, maybe not now, but it used to be. It used to be.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, no, we do get a little line of, so this is before Sumino left.
Right.
Oh, Ray, or fucking Rikuo is basically, God, I'm all over. She puts like out the story where it's like he tricked a fangirl, there's some kind of bloodshed, and then Ray lost his career because he got injured or something like that.
The stalker fangirl. The one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, I think this is before we get to see it.
Right.
This is just what she like yells at him. Like this is what she's put together.
Right.
Based on their Instagram or whatever. And then Rico is like, yeah, he saved me. And then, we do see the stalker girl with the knife. I wonder. Okay, let me paint the picture. So there's a stalker girl with a knife, like him and Ray are hanging out, and then she runs at Rico with the knife and Ray jumps in front of him. They were like childhood friends. He was like a big brother. He looked up to him, that kind of stuff.
Right.
Then after getting injured, Ray got some kind of illness, and then that made him lose his job, which that's a weird.
Was it the illness?
Like
I thought it was just the fact that his arm was cut up and he couldn't properly use. Maybe I'm misunderstanding.
Maybe it is like that because that makes more sense to me.
Right.
If like his arms got cut off like Doctor Strange style, so like he couldn't perform delicate surgeries or whatever.
Right.
And then after that, he got some illness.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah, I don't remember if that's the order or not, but that's the way that makes sense. So I hope that's correct.
Well, with the writing of the show, we can pray that it makes sense.
Now, okay, over under. What are your odds?
Oh God,
Dominic.
Over under. Wait, hold on.
I'm betting that Oto is the girl with the knife.
Oh no. Okay. You're betting that Oto's the girl with the knife?
Because how is this all getting put together? Well, hold on. Actually, no, maybe not. Because okay, so as of this moment, this scene, like, correct me if I'm wrong, this scene with Ray and Rikuo where like they're bleeding or whatever is possibly not the same incident as Oto getting kidnapped.
I don't believe it is. 100%.
Yeah, I think in earlier episodes they showed like when Sumino mentioned gray eyes, it flashed to this scene. So I think that's why in my brain they got like coagulated.
Maybe.
But I think they are separate. So I rescind my bet of Oto being knife girl.
Oh. Thank God. If that is what happens, though, I'm going to be so mad.
Really? I would love that.
I'll be mad because in my brain, the timeline doesn't make sense. But the timeline of this show doesn't make any sense to me anyway. So maybe that's a moot
That's
point.
true. I mean, Sumino's a fucking 18-year-old ex-cop. So anything can
Is
happen.
Sumino 18? I thought it was just her actress.
No, I'm just joking about the actress.
Oh, okay.
Sumina's supposed to be
I was losing it for a second there. I was like, there's no fucking way. Like, I know I don't know the timeline, but it can't make that little sense.
Okay, so I do rescind my offer of Oto being knife girl, but I would love it if she was. Because I think it'd be so cool if, like, you know, like, because Oto's just in the tube, and then when she was awake, she was like the Gyaru girl, whatever.
Right.
Like, what if they awaken her and the real Oto was like crazy stalker? I don't know. I think it'd be fun. I don't know if they would ever go there, though.
See, I don't think we have enough time to play that.
That's
angle.
true.
There are a lot of moving cogs there.
Yeah, honestly, at this point, Oto's going to come out of the tube, hug Sumino, and that's the end of her.
God, I don't even know if we have time for Oto to come out of the tube at this point.
No. Oh, yeah. Gozyugers v Cinema. Oto in the two.
See, that's what they're gonna do. That's what they're gonna do, and I'll be mad about it.
Wait, but Sentai doesn't get v Cinema, so it'd have to be in the team up movie.
Oh God, you're right.
Oh, the Boom Boongers deliver Oto Tube to Gozyuger.
I'm flipping a table. I can't. Please, God, no.
Okay. So yeah, so that's where we're at. Like, Rei was just like the, older kid in the neighborhood that Rikuo clearly, I'm gonna say it straight up, clearly had a crush on.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like the colored contacts, like, come on, like,
just always waiting for Rei to being at his concerts, wanting to make Rei smile. Like, there's 0% chance.
It's very coded.
Extremely.
If not for the existence of Bouquet, I'd be 100%. But I think at least he had a bi phase.
You know what? That's fair. Sexuality is a spectrum after all.
Bi-curious. That's yeah.
I mean, he may be just bisexual. Who knows?
That's true. It could be. He's an adult now.
He is. As long as, both adults are consenting, it's fine. Regardless.
Yeah. yeah. So after explaining everything, Rico is like, I'm sorry I didn't tell you, but like, I want to save Rei-san too, blah, blah, blah. And Sumino rightfully is just like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is Oto, you piece of shit? It's the most valid
crash out. She specifically says, I don't care about that. Give me my sister back.
Yeah. Straight up. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I'm that good of a person that I would forgive Rikuo for this.
I wouldn't. I'd be hella pissed.
Like, if my sibling was missing and you were holding on to not just a clue, but straight up like where she was.
Exactly.
The whole time. I mean, granted, he doesn't know the location, but he knows that this fucking guy has her.
And has been in contact multiple times.
Literally just last episode.
Exactly. Like, I would be livid. Like, I'm 100% on Sumino's side here.
No, for sure. I think you're supposed to be on her side here. But I'm just saying, like, as a person, okay. I'd be like, hey, it's him or me.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
This team is losing a Gozyuger right now, and it's either him or me.
Which is, we're episode 32. Time for someone to die, I guess.
Yeah. So we get, obviously, a very good cut to Rei-san, being the focus of everything.
Of course.
And we see him in his weird lab with the Oto 2. And he's getting green goblined by a Cyclops gladiator. Now, the sentence I just said to you at home might not make sense. But I assure you, that's the most accurate description of what I saw on screen.
He's not wrong, and I'm kind of mad about it. But yeah. Did they mention it last episode where it's like, okay, this is seeing this is relevant to what we had seen in the movie?
Oh, I think it was a few episodes ago they referenced the movie,
right.
Like when Ryugi had his whole breakdown.
Right.
So yeah, apparently the Gozyuger movie is important. I don't think you need to watch it. We both saw it in Japan.
Right.
Granted, there were no subtitles, but like it's just a fun little summer movie.
Yeah.
And it really doesn't matter. Because again, you're right. In this episode, they flash to the villain from the movie because apparently he is tied into the new villains they're setting up. But I don't think you're missing anything.
Okay, yeah. Oh, I might be cutting ahead too. I just realized.
Yeah. Obviously, you can watch it when it gets subtitled, but it's just a fun little goof. Don't feel too stressed out about it.
Right. You're not missing much.
Unlike what you've said about Boom Boongers, where if you don't watch it, you're kind of confused.
I was pretty mad.
Yeah. So Rei is in his lab, and just in the mirror, there's like a new monster guy talking to him, telling him what to do. And I mean, on one hand, like, yeah, this is out of nowhere. But on the other hand, like, we don't know that much about Rei, so I guess I accept it. Like, I don't think I'm too bothered by it.
Maybe that's the case for you. For me, I'll have to come to terms with it, I guess. Because it's happening. There's nothing I can do about it.
Well, yeah, that's every show. But, I mean, yeah, there has been no hints or anything at Rei in his other scenes where he's being, not controlled, but like he's even working with another power or anything like that.
I mean, I guess you can kind of hint he's out of his right mind, but I just kind of attributed it to, maybe that ring is a little weird. And we know why now.
Yeah. It could have been attributed to like the infinite ring corrupting him or whatever. Because Riku has said multiple times, like, you're not acting like Rei-san or whatever. But yeah, so there's a monster. We learned his name is Bellum, later, like Miss Bellum.
Yeah. Oh God.
It's not because of Miss Bellum.
No, it's not. But I made the connection now, and now I can't not make the connection. This is your fault.
I know Bellum is some kind of roots because there's the antebellum period, which is after the Civil War.
Right.
So I assume it means something about warfare. That's fine. It's just it's one of those names where like you see the guy and you see the name and you're like, that's funny.
Yeah, Cyclops Gladiator Man.
Cyclops Gladiator Man's name is Bellum. Meanwhile, we come back to I don't even know if this is the A plot or the B plot because it opened with it.
Oh, no, it's definitely the B plot of this episode. Horu and Kinjiro are out shopping after Sumino's outburst. They're just going to restock on stuff for the shop. And who do they stumble upon but our good friends Shining Knife and Sweet Cake, begging to be cut down.
Well, first, like, Horu and Kinjiro get ready to fight.
Right.
Because they see SKSC. And then they run towards him like, oh, Gozyugers, thank God.
God.
Cut us in half.
And they're just kind of like, all right, sure, I'm down. And then they try to slice them down the middle. To what effect, really? It's comical.
Does not work.
In that
even
they don't even flinch. Yeah.
Yeah, even the Tegasword, the god himself, cannot cut these two apart.
And they're very upset about it.
We again cut back to Brydon Castle, where everyone's worried about Sweet Cake Shining Knife, and Tegajun warns ominously of an oncoming. She's feeling that a cataclysm could be coming soon.
Gasp.
I don't know why, but I feel like that's such a fucking tokusatsu thing.
Yeah, it is a tokusatsu.
Like the villain's just like, I feel like the real villain will come soon.
And guess what?
In the same exact episode, the fucking new villain.
Not even like 10 minutes later.
I mean, we already know that fucking June sucks.
You're right.
We didn't even mention, so the thing Bellum is telling Ray to do is like, because of how angry he is that his life sucks, he should just kill everybody, like end all life. And he's like, yes. So then he finds Sumino in a warehouse, because she's at a warehouse, and attacks her.
Yeah. I mean, she's looking, she's doing detective work. That's why she's there.
That's true.
Fun.
You know what? Fair. Fair. We cut back to the bench where now everyone's red and green have demorphed and they're just kind of sitting down talking it out. And we learn fucking Sweet Cake Shining Knife were not born attached.
Yeah, we get their backstory, which is great, honestly. It's a cute little, it's an actual like play. Yeah, no, it's great. I love it. Whoever dresses up like Shining Knife and he's just acting out his past. It's like, I was a lone warrior doing my lone warrior thing.
It's so, the foundations of the Gozyuger universe are so confusing because they're AI.
They are.
Right? Well, okay, one of them we learned is not AI.
Very true.
So I guess that changes it, because if he's not AI, then he could have had a background for however long being a wandering warrior. But then where was he wandering?
See, I'm assuming
this makes no sense.
I'm assuming this is in No One World, or okay, it has to be, knowing the backstory we know now, it has to be during like the 1,000-year war, like million years ago, like 1,000 years ago, whatever.
Okay,
like that timeline.
I know that, but what?
Okay.
How did humans exist?
You're getting to the point where I was a couple of episodes ago, where you're losing your mind. You're deep in the weeds. You have to pull back.
We have at the center of Gozyuger is a void, and if you stare too long into it, your mind will break. I will just accept their story at face value.
Yeah, you just kind of have to at this point.
Knife is a wandering warrior for who knows how long, and Cake was a Gyaru girl, and they met and fell in love, and then eventually they fucking glued together.
We'll say Kinjiro in Drag Again, not the worst thing ever. I think he pulls it off.
It took me a minute to notice.
Oh no, I noticed immediately.
No, I was like, whoa, who's this girl? And bam.
That was Sweet Cake, my friend.
No, it was Kinjiro.
Yeah.
Yeah, so back to Sumino. Blue, yellow, and white show up to help, obviously, because the other two are on the bench. That makes sense.
Right.
And Barakuma being relevant for the first time since he committed mass murder. just randomly goes like, I can tell there's someone inside Ray.
Oh God, yeah.
Because he can do that.
He was always able to do that, of course.
What? Okay, there's a void in the center of Gozyuger, and fucking Bear Kuma's at the center of the void.
Oh God!
Because I still don't know if the backstory we got in the murder mystery episode is real. Because if that is real and he's just a fucking toy
that gains sentience,
why can he do this? Why does he call himself a devil? Why? Why?
Okay. So, you know what? I can't. I'm digging a hole.
No.
I'm digging a hole straight into the void if I do this.
No.
We're pulling back. So, Bear Kuma calls out
can
Bellum.
do that.
It's like, hey, there's something not right with that dude. There's somebody inside of him.
Yeah. And, okay, so this is, something happens that I wasn't expecting. So, Ray kind of, I don't know, it's not a transform, but it's like he switches places with Bella. It's almost, I kind of wonder now. So, it's revealed that Bellum is from a race called Cladis that are trying to destroy the universe, and they're the darkness that was in the Tegasword War flashback.
Right.
So, I'm wondering if, like, the No Ones are, like, AI based on these guys, because it would kind of make sense with how the No Ones need to absorb a person to then become physical,
right? And
we have that sort of similar thing where like Bellum's just in the mirror until he takes over Ray, and then Ray's like not present there, like Bellum is physical. I don't know. But then next episode we get a new guy and he doesn't need a human at all. So I don't know.
God damn it. Yeah, you're right. Damn it.
Yeah. It really does make you wonder like why Bellum needs Ray, unless like the guy we see next episode that doesn't need a human is like a foot soldier guy.
Right.
So maybe like the more powerful Cladis guys need a human replace. I don't know.
Maybe. Who knows? I mean, maybe like the dude he summons in the next episode is the equivalent of their bellboys. Who knows?
I think we'll get into this next episode, but I think the guy he summons is gonna make you happier. I'll explain when we get there.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So Cladis is the organization. We learned they each have the power to like destroy a planet.
Yeah,
so,
each
like,
one
fucking
on
strong.
its own.
Their goal was to destroy the universe, but Tegasword was born to destroy them. So Ryugi, looks like your god's more of a Jesus situation. Tegasword was not the creator of the universe. He is its savior, undoubtedly, but not the creator. And then we get a line from Mashiro when he sees Bellum. He's like, he should have been sealed away in the war.
You're right.
So that's how it kind of, before next episode it gets revealed, but in this episode that kind of ties together what Cladis is. Oh boy. This is, it's the Abyssal Cladis. He's Bellum of War, and then he calls, and he's calling his brethren. So, like, apparently still on Earth, there are some Cladis guys out there.
Yep.
Because, I mean, I guess he wasn't the only one that didn't get sealed. And one of them is fucking Shining Knife.
Our boy, the lone warrior himself.
The lone, not lone anymore warrior. So when Bellum puts out that call, it kind of like Manchurian Candidates Shining Knife.
Right, sleeper agent.
Yeah. It like Winter Soldiers him. Like his brain's rewritten. And like Sweet Cake is like, what? Like he stops talking completely.
She's like, honey, what's going on over there?
What's going on? What's going on, babe? Honey, love of my life.
Immediately, tentacles burst out of his body and stab the fuck out of her.
Yeah, they stab into her side. Gary shows up and he's like, oh, this is interesting. So he's there, just remember that. But yeah, the tentacles go into Sweet Cake and like he's like sucking the juice out of her into his side.
I'm assuming it's just the energy because they share a body, but her half has individual energy from his half, and the sleeper agent's just trying to suck down her energy to regain control of the whole body, I guess, is my understanding of it.
Okay, so we'll get into that. I mean, it's clearly what it does is kill her. Like we see the light leave her eyes.
Really dark.
As she's screaming for him to stop, and everyone's like freaking. Hoeru and Kinjo are like, what is going on? And Gary is like getting a boner.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, so then we go back to Bellum. I think we should talk about Bellum because I feel like he's going to be our guy for a little bit at least.
I'll give him a couple of episodes, yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of cool looking. I mean, he's cooler than the No Ones.
For sure. Like, he has a cohesive design that feels threatening. He feels like he would be the general of the new big bads, right?
Yeah. He gives me like kind of Warhammer vibes.
Oh, kind of, yeah.
Just the way, he's like this blue armored, not strictly like classically based, but clearly inspiration from like Greek or Roman kind of armor. But then he has like a jetpack on his back. It's very like Warhammer.
He does
like
have
the
a
big
jetpack
shoulder
on
pads.
his back, huh?
Yeah, we do not see him use it in either episode, but he does have it. So fucking Chekhov's jetpack, bro. Like that shit better go on.
Yeah, gotta love the Chekhov's materials.
He has like a big like discus shield that we see him like throw around and like hit people with.
He's like Captain America.
That's cool.
Yeah, sick.
Yeah. His other weapon, I don't know what it is. It's like a weird chonky sword, but he holds it like a gun, and then I think it does shoot.
Yes.
So that one I'm not in love with, but it's fine. I don't know.
You're not,
the one eye, the one red eye does make him intimidating.
Oh, for sure. You're not gonna like where I'm going with this next statement. The whole shield and gun aspect of like his weaponry gives me like Ruby vibes.
Why?
I don't know. Just
I don't like that.
Yeah, I'm aware. I know you don't.
His weapons
like that.
don't even transform. What is it? What?
It's a gun. It's like a gun and a traditional weapon. He's got like a gun sword thing going on. That's just the vibes it gives me. I don't know.
I thought you were gonna say Squall. I would have been less mad if you said fucking Squall.
But you still would have been mad.
A little bit. I don't know. But yeah, so Bellum easily mops the four Gozyugers that are there.
Oh, there was something I wanted to say about that too. So he does wipe them.
Uh-huh.
We know that supposedly per the lore, he has the power to destroy the planet. Remember back when we were talking about Gozyugers and like the way they were designed was kind of like, oh yeah, one of them is supposed to be able to take on a common rider. And common riders historically have like dimension reality warping abilities on their own.
You're never gonna let them live this down.
Absolutely not. They're getting wiped by a planet destroyer. My common riders would never.
Hey, next episode something changes. So there's a little bit, we're even in playing field a little bit.
A little bit. But just the idea that they're supposed to individually be as strong as common riders is still a laughable concept to me.
We still don't know if he meant like final form. Okay. I'll give him that benefit of the doubt that it could have just meant base form.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, they're certainly not beating any fucking riders if they're getting mopped by Bellum. Yeah, so he beats them all easily. They're going through like forms, trying to use combo attacks and stuff. He doesn't give a shit.
Right. He's about to kill Sumino. Like straight up.
Yeah, he charges up his gun blaster sword thing and shoots a big bullet at Sumino, and then Rikuo jumps in front of her.
And she's like, why? Why did you do that?
Yeah. Sorry, that why was so genuine.
Because, okay, it's just kind of like they've been on a team for so long, and just like her shock of like, oh my god, he took a bullet for me is also very funny to me.
I don't remember if we get an answer or if he just passes out.
He says something along the lines of, after everything I've put you through, I can't let you go out like this, or something like that. It's like, we can't lose you after everything I've put you through, which is a weird way to say it that shows that he cares, but I get it. It's nice, yeah.
And then does Bellum just leave?
No. Kumade blocks the next shot. He's like, we gotta get out of here. Does like the ice shield, and then everybody just kind of disappears after the ice shield breaks.
Right. He's like, we gotta bail. Like, we're fucked.
While all of this is happening,
even though Sumino, like, as she's like, no, Oto, and then he's like for real, like, we're getting fucked. We're out of here.
Yeah, thank you, Kumade, for being the voice of reason.
I mean, he is old enough to be all their fathers.
Ooh, you're right.
What if Gozyugers are a family season after all?
Yeah, what we got from the Prime Minister episode is actually what the show's dynamic is.
Yeah, so that's that's the end of that kind of fight.
Yeah,
And then we jump back to the other side.
Where Shiny Knife and Sweet Cake, after killing Sweet Cake, Shiny Knife goes wild and goes big.
Yep. And then Gary obviously finally comes out to talk to them. Hoyto gets pissed and he's like, I'll fight Gary. Kinjiro, you do something useful. And so he goes and becomes Tegasword Green Robo. There's nothing too remarkable about that fight.
Right.
He beats Shining Knife. And then he beats Shining Knife and then Gary leaves. Like he's just wasting Hoyto's time.
Right.
And then do we get a scene with everyone together? No. It just jump cuts to Shining Knife.
Yeah, jump cuts to Shining Knife on the floor and he's kind of like, oh, God, I have the worst hangover. Are you okay, honey?
You good, babe?
Yeah.
You good, babe?
Babe? No response. He just starts panicking and it's really sad. I felt genuinely sad about this part. He's kind of like, he had no idea what happened until it sinks in.
I always like in Tokusatsu when they make you care about the monster suits.
Right.
I just think it's a fun, because there's so many monster suits you see just get exploded or whatever.
Right.
So whenever they put like real character into them, I think it's so charming. And you're right. This totally reads like he's devastated.
I mean, yeah.
We see, okay, so this is what I wanted to mention earlier. When you were talking about like him draining the life out of that side.
Right.
In this scene, we don't see him move the Sweet Cake arm.
Oh, you're right.
Like we see,
I do remember that.
He's standing up, but I don't know if they've always shared control of the legs or whatever. But her arm is like dangling at his side.
Yeah.
Like he's not just in control of the body. So I wonder if he gets activated again, will he be able to split himself out and become just Shining Knife?
Ooh. Maybe. At least for the duration of these episodes, though, we don't see that.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we see him at all next episode.
Oh.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
No,
because I think he's gone.
Right. He's gone for the entirety of next episode. You know, giving him time to mourn his loss. That's great. We'll give him that.
Well, imagine if he has memories of doing it, though.
He does have memories of doing it.
Yeah.
Like it flashes.
You're right, because it flashes through his brain.
Right.
Dude, that's crazy.
Like, that's actually devastating. Like, you've killed the person that you've literally been stuck with for whoever knows how long, and that you've fallen in love with, and you find out that you're the one that did it. Like, that was murdered anybody, I feel.
Oh, we forgot to mention, after they recap like their history, they fall back in love again and decide not to get divorced.
Hooray.
That's what makes this part extra tragic. Yeah. He gets fucking activated and then kills her like right after that. Because she's like, honey, what's wrong?
Oh.
Like they just made up and he's murdering her. So yeah, great scene. Good episode.
Like, honestly, great A plot, great B plot. We get some progression in like the main story, and we get to see the characters interact with each other. We get to see like an actual relationship crumble to the ground. Yeah. And it hurts and it's great.
It's always impressive to me when like a comedy subplot can at the end like become more tragic and serious than like the main serious plot.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's a fun reversal, and that's good writing.
See, this is the writing this series has been needing for so long.
Mother, can I have some more good Gozyuger?
More?
Please. We got a little bit more in 33, which I think is also a really good episode.
Thank God it's a good episode.
We're all there. Everyone's back at the cafe. Obviously, like, what the fuck happened? So Mashiro fills them in that Claudius was the dark force, that he sealed away with Tegasword, and that the movie guy, the big blue guy, was a member of Claudius.
Right. And, you know, they managed to beat him. So
yeah, they beat him, and he pulled them into a different universe or different dimension or whatever.
Right.
So I don't think he's gonna come back in the main show.
I hope not.
Honestly, I really wonder if this was the plan, you know?
It's hard to say. I feel like sometimes we're going week to week.
Yeah. I just wonder if like they had the movie guy and then they were like, well, we need like a new villain faction to shake things up in the second half. And they were like, oh, well, like the villain guy kind of looks different. We can build something around him.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, presumably they were always planning to talk about the darkness at the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, it's always the plot with Tokusatsu, right? Like, where you have the good guys, the bad guys, and then the hidden bad guys. There's always going to be, like, the third hidden faction. That's what we got out of Gav. That's what we got kind of out of Gaim. Or not.
Yeah.
Well, kind of.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because the people from the tree dimension came out and they started being a bigger threat.
Right. And then we get it out of Geets. We get it out of
Yeah.
Boom Boonger kind of.
I mean, King Oger's literally like split right down the middle, right?
Like King Oger's
with new
got,
bad guys.
Yeah, King Oger's got that. So it's a very traditional tokusatsu trope. So it was a matter of time, really, for them to finally present the third faction.
Yeah. I mean, I think just as far as these shows go, it's hard to keep one villain organization interesting for like 50 episodes.
Right.
Because, you know, like if they never win, then they can't really be taken seriously.
That is true.
And obviously these shows necessitate that the heroes win, you know, 99% of the time. Like what is the one time like Brydon won? It's like in 15 when they blew up the universe, and then when really Fire Candles stole Oto's ring. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, you're right. Like obviously we're expecting some kind of shakeup with who our main villains are. I think, Gav did not do this well. I'll stress that. But I think when you can keep like some characters from the first organization like interesting,
right,
and then have them going like around doing stuff during the second organization, and then they come back to be a final villain, I think that's good because you've built up this guy like a villain from the beginning. And so when they come back, theoretically, Lango is a good villain. Yeah. The problem is like him.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help laughing even earlier. It's kind of like because I knew we were going to get to this point again.
Yeah. Theoretically, if you can do a Lango but make them a better character and give them a final power up, I think that's a good final villain.
I agree.
Like I think that's much better than like I'm the main villain's dad and I'm the real big emperor. What, you killed me? Which who knows? I mean, Gozyuger at this point, I assume the final villain. Well, you know, I'll get into it because they mentioned something. So
right.
Kumade also knows more about Cladis. Like they prey on people with weak hearts.
Right.
So again, it is kind of like the No Ones where like they seek out these people who meet certain qualifications and then they can kind of, unlike the No Ones where they just immediately absorb them, they kind of like possess them.
Yeah, it's more
not
of a
possess
slow
them,
burn.
But like haunt them.
Yeah,
it's like a haunt.
It's kind of like developing their emotions further. And even in this episode, we get a scene where Bellum is goading Ray on. Thank you.
Yeah.
He's goading Ray on to like, hey, like really bank on that darkness in your heart because that's making me stronger.
Yeah. So, you're right. Maybe it is like it's like a feeding almost.
Ooh,
like they're like a parasite where they need that negative energy.
I like it.
Yeah, maybe. Will they ever talk about that? Who knows? But yeah, so obviously Ray was in a weak-hearted mindset. Like he got injured, he got sacked, he has a new disease that he's gonna fucking kill him. Now, I wonder if Bellum was on him and he's the one who pushed him to kidnap Oto, or like after he kidnapped Oto, Bellum was like, oh, this is my guy.
I can only hope we get an explanation for that.
Yeah, I think depending on when he got picked up by Bellum, you could not excuse behavior, but he could be a more sympathetic character. I guess it just depends on what they want from him.
Do I want Ray to be a more sympathetic character? I don't know. It'd be nice, but it'd be nice, but I think I'm over him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think I'll like him that much either way, but I think the show is going to lean more towards him being sympathetic because he's not like a Suga, you know?
That's true.
Like he's not experimenting on, like Oto isn't like the 9th person he's kidnapped.
As far as we know. But like he jumped in to protect Rikuo. He went to Rikuo's show and like we get a flashback of him teasing him. So he was like a decent guy, like a good guy. Right.
Up until the stabbing at least.
Yeah.
As far as we know.
Very
so
true.
I think they will kind of play it more off that like he was in the weak state and then fucking Bellum possessed him. But would Bellum even care? Because like the reason he kidnaps Oto is because for some reason he thinks she has the cure to his disease or whatever.
I mean, the bulk of his experiment as far as we saw is we understood that her having the Shinkenger Sentai ring released her from her coma, and he was kind of looking into why that was the case, right?
Right. But you're right. But that's as much information as we know about the second kidnapping.
Yeah.
Presumably, if he is also the first kidnapper, I would assume it would have something to do with his disease. But again, you're right. There's so much about the whole Oto thing that we don't know. It's just like, why her? Like, why does he need her? So maybe if Bellum wouldn't have cared about that, so then Ray kidnapped her for real and he's a piece of shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. So yeah, so Kumade is recapping. He's telling them that each one has the power to destroy the planet and that who knows what'll happen if the Cladis' boss gets revived. arrived. Ding, ding, ding.
Oh,
Is that your final episode villain alarm going on?
Okay. So, so there's a scene later. We're gonna get into it, but where Ray's looking into the mirror, like we said, Bellum is goading him on to really bank on that darkness, and then that's when he absorbs a fourth Sentai ring, and then it becomes the weird eye ring, right?
Yeah, his weird little infinity ring morphs into a weird purple and black ring with an eye in the middle and teeth and stuff.
Right, and then from there is when he summons the skeletal warrior samurai man.
Yeah. Yeah, that is what happens.
I can't remember what his name is. If I'm being honest.
I think it was Temno.
Temno. Right. The strongest swordsman. Yeah. And supposedly one of Bellum's followers. We don't know where he came from. Like you had said, he doesn't require a human body. He's just himself.
Right.
He does note that Temno's got to kill... I wrote this down. Temno's got to kill 10,000 people to revive, quote-unquote, him. Him presumably being the final boss. Now, are they going to kill 10,000 people in 18 episodes? Who knows?
Hey, we talked shit and then Lango kidnapped 3,000 people in one episode or whatever.
Oh my God.
It could happen. Right. It could happen.
Yeah, now I'm... Okay. But yeah, that's where my thing is. Are we going to get the big bad guy revival, or are they going to shortcut it? Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, it's fucking... You're right. Just because he says, they need this guy to do that now doesn't mean they wouldn't have some other way to do it later.
Right.
But yeah, so he summons the skeleton samurai guy, and I think this will make you happy. I think this is where we're going to transition out of No One's.
Ooh, that is... me looking into the horizon with a hopeful look in my heart.
Because he's at that level. He becomes the guy they fight at the end of the episode. Spoilers.
Yeah.
And we get a clash with the Bride-On faction where they clearly lose. So I feel like maybe we'll still get a few more episodes with No One's, but they'll be the more gag comedy ones.
Right. Maybe a filler episode here and there.
Yeah. I feel like this is our transition to new Monsters of the Week for the new faction, which is a lot better.
It is a lot better. Dear God, is it a lot better. Speaking of the Bride-Ons, though, we do get a scene of them. We get, my brain turned off. we get Fire Candle, and we get,
Bouquet.
Bouquet, thank you. I said God, Bouquet of Love, and Fire Candle looking for Shiny Knife and Sweet Cake because they're concerned for their friend, which, thank you for giving them emotions and feelings. They're genuinely worried.
I mean, we've seen in other episodes how they genuinely like each other and care about each other.
It's not just a coworker relationship. They're a family. Even Bouquet's man, just knowing that Shining Knife probably blames himself for killing Sweet Cake and how devastating that might be. She even says, don't blame yourself, Shining Knife. It's probably not your fault. And it isn't.
No.
Which is great. We get a little human moment out of the AI group. And then we get a scene with our boy Garyudo getting tortured.
Yeah, so turns out, I think we had another scene earlier, but we didn't talk about it. But yeah, so Tega Jun was pissed that Garyudo was there and didn't stop it.
Thank you.
Even Tega Jun cares about the Bride-On faction.
Right.
So, I mean, this is obviously why they're going to lose, because they're all friends. Right? Yeah. Whereas fucking Claudius is all fucking people who don't give a shit about each other. But yeah, so Tega Jun has Gary strung the fuck up, and she's electrocuting him or something.
Right.
Well, so she's torturing him, and she's like, why didn't you do anything? I know you doubt my power. That's why I picked you to serve me, which is interesting. And he's like, sorry, it won't happen again. It was just funny. And then we see the big X on his back that we saw way long ago and they've never talked about since, crawls up his body to cover his eye, just like the Garyudo mask, the helmet. So what the fuck is up with that?
More questions, I suppose.
More questions. So all that happened, but before that, after the Mashiro scene where he's talking about stuff, we get Hoeru as an Uber delivery guy. Has a food order for his parents. He he goes to the childhood house to drop off the food, and the new fake children like run by and they're all giggling.
Right. See, we don't know if they're fake. Like, okay, like this is interesting because I didn't think Hoeru's parents would come up again. Like, I honestly thought they were just kind of like a moot point from here. But the fact that they've come back to it, and like in a touching way, really, like honestly, the way this episode addresses that dynamic is kind of heartwarming to me. It's like he still remembers them and he still cares about them.
Yeah, I mean, we both thought it was weird.
Yeah,
just the disregard of them as soon as they got back, because he was like, oh, they have new children, like they wouldn't care about their kid who went missing 10 years ago,
right?
Which like is not how it works. Like, look at fucking Shoma's uncle from Gafu. That guy was waiting 20 years for any news.
For real.
If both your children disappeared in the middle of the night and then they came back and they were like, oh, you probably wouldn't care anyway.
Right. And this is why like the writing of these two episodes is hitting so hard. It's kind of like these things that we thought we considered to be important are finally given the highlight.
Yeah, so he's delivering the food, and obviously he's thinking about his family, what could have been, what used to be. And then a weird sword made of stone flashes in his mind, and he's teleported to the robo graveyard where Tegasword sits.
Right.
I don't know what to call. I guess the ruins from the Universe War. I don't know.
Let's just call it the Universe War ruin. That sounds cooler.
Yeah. Okay. So then all the scenes with Rei and stuff happen in the Brown Castle, and then we jump back to Hoeru, and Tegasword tells him that he has been chosen by Excalibur. That's not what it's called, but I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It's a sword in the stone, and that this is like the final sword, and the fate of the world lies in his hands because this is the Hoeru show.
Yeah.
Like, it's never beating the allegations of being the Hoeru show. And I like Hoeru because obviously they put the most into him, so he's the most interesting.
Right.
So while I think in the first half of the show, I would have been like, another Hoeru focus episode. At this point, like, those are the good episodes.
So give them to me. Line them up, baby.
If the next 18 episodes are all just fucking Hoeru episodes, that's fine. Like, it's too late at this point to make it a team show. You might as well just double down.
But we know from the preview that they won't.
No, oh, well, yeah, there's something happening.
There's something happening.
So he touches the sword, or I don't remember, but the sword shows him a preview of like what the world could have been where nothing went wrong.
Right. If Tegasword didn't exist.
Yeah, if Tegasword didn't exist, if all the shit never happened, like him and his brother never would have gone into No One World. So we see him like at home, and his family's like sweet and happy. Even Kuon is there, and he's like, Kuon, call me Hidemitsu Nichan. Oh, Hisamitsu Nichan. Which, like, God, I forgot this guy has like 3 names.
Yeah. Yeah, what of it?
It's crazy. Like, no, he's never been called Hisamitsu since like his debut episode.
You know what? That's fine.
Yeah, they're all there and they're making food for Hoeru, and he's, I guess, in college because they talk about graduation or something. And it's obviously like, you know, his life right now kind of sucks ass.
Yeah, so like at first he's questioning it too, like something doesn't feel right. But then when they talk about him and he sees the pictures of like his life, he really gets into it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it really is like a life he missed, you know? It's like the end of Endgame when Cap's dancing with Peggy, like... How could you give this up, you know?
Right.
Then we cut to Rei with fucking gladiator guy, and he's talking about how, or I don't know if it's that scene, but he's talking about how like his life has no hope and he hates everything and he's gonna take the whole world with him. So basically he's gonna commit like the world's biggest fucking murder suicide.
Right.
So that's his darkness, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess. So the Hoeru in the world, there's no enemies, no Tegasword, but Hoeru is like back to the ruins, and he's like side by side, his friends getting mopped by, I meant like the screens in front of him. But yeah, he's standing with Tegasword, and then like on one screen is all the Gozyugers getting mopped by the Skull Samurai Temo, and then the other one is like his, not fake, but like the, you know, like the dream ideal family.
Yeah, the possibility world.
And they're all like, you wouldn't pick them over us, would you, Hoeru? He's like, Hoeru, come to Nichan.
Yeah.
Which, like, I don't know if this is like genuine, like an offer, or if this is a test. Because at this point, it feels like a test, the way his family's calling out to him.
See, it does, but also, like like you said, his life right now, pretty shit. So
Oh, yeah.
the opportunity arises where it's like you could live a much happier life with the family that you've always wanted without fake brothers, and you could have your real brother.
Now, okay, so obviously for the show to continue, he picks the stay in our world. But the reasoning for it is kind of weird.
It's selfless, and I respect it. I guess I kind of respect it.
So the exact wording is he's like, well, if I pick like my perfect world, like what happens to my friends' dreams or wishes?
Right.
And then Tegazord's like, well, I would no longer exist, so like whatever, they'd be doing other stuff. And then Huaru's like, well, because their wishes would disappear, I will pick their world. Which I don't know. It just feels weird. Like, why couldn't it just be like, well, I've made like a new family now, and I'm gonna fight with them or something?
Right.
Like, why is it specific? Because the way it's worded makes it imply like their Tegasword wish is why he's picking to pursue that world.
I guess, but okay, if we think about it in reverse, right? The domino effect of, because Tegasword exists, this is why things are the way are. So we'll go back to, say, Sumina. Presuming Tegasword didn't exist, we'd still be in a situation where maybe Rei does still go insane, does still kidnap Oto.
Oh, I see.
She doesn't have the ability or the wherewithal to try to find her sister. So Oto's missing from her life. We get a world where Ryugi is still like slave to his parents, and
he's working at the hospital.
Get a world where
Kinjiro just
Kinjiro is just an old man, and
then Rikuo is just like disgraced idol.
Yeah, just a disgraced idol. I mean, like, we get a world where their lives are just shit, right?
Yeah, so, I guess so.
If you think about it like that, and Huaru, with as much as he cares about his friends, like, yeah, I don't want them to live in that shit world while I'm, like, living my best, not, like, adopted child life, or my best family life. So I get it. And I respect it, but I also see where you're coming from. The way he worded it is very weird.
Yeah, I know. I think after you explain it like that, I kind of understand it more. But it threw me off a little bit.
No, I get you. I also had to do a bit of like assumption and leaping to get to where I am too. So
okay, but yeah, so he commits to our world. Then he reaches for the sword, and he's like, "Come on, take a sword. We're doing this together." And take a sword's like, "What? I've never had someone call me like their boyfriend before."
Yeah, I would assume so.
So they pull out the final saber sword together.
And then he realizes, it's not a one-person job. It was always going to take two people to pull out the sword the entire time.
Whoa, if only it had two handles.
Oh, God. No.
So Horu kind of like Thor's down to the warehouse where everyone's fighting, and he has the sword. And he's like, "Don't worry, guys. I got it from here."
He's like, "Oh, yeah, you guys aren't too fucked up, are you?"
So he uses the new blue sword. We learn it's the Ryo Tegasword.
Yep.
He uses it to get the new form where he literally fuses with Tegasword. Like Tegasword's in the helmet, I guess.
I mean, he's also like the armor. I'll get it, armor.
Right.
Armor.
Yeah, so the big feature is the chest piece, which is like crossed gold arms, like Tegasword, and then he can uncross them and they become CGI like robot arms, I guess.
Big ol' hug.
So I guess the form is just called Ryo Tegasword. What are your initial thoughts on Ryo Tegasword Goju Wolf?
I like the idea of it. The design leaves a bit to be questioned.
I think I like it a lot. I think the only thing I don't like is the blue.
Yeah, the blue is
just because the blue on red is like kind of ugly.
Right. And like we see in the preview, like this is a form that everybody can use. It's essentially like the Shogun form for Shinkenger. You can pass it around, which is cool. It's great. It's great that everybody will likely get a highlight episode featuring their Ryo Tegasword form. So here's hoping this also leads to better character development. Knock on wood.
Yeah, knock on wood. But it is, you're right. It is, we do know for a fact, I've seen scans, that it's going to be on everybody. But the one little thing about that is that only Hoeru gets like a new helmet.
Oh, really?
I don't know if you noticed. It is a slightly remolded like Goju Wolf helmet.
Yeah, it is.
For his form.
But then I didn't realize
everyone else is just going to have their regular one.
Oh, so it is still the Hoeru show. But that's fine.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we have to know that he's the best, so he gets the unique color.
Right. I will say I do think it looks better on Gozyuger.
Of course.
Because it's blue on blue.
Yeah. We see in the preview that Gozyuger is going to be the next one to wear it, and it looks gorgeous because the blue doesn't fucking stand out. Yeah. I think it's just the same problem we had with like the whole past Sentai forms, where like some of their unique colors are going to look really ugly on the suits,
right?
And they do,
yeah.
And the same with making the presumably final power up blue. Like blue doesn't work with every color on the team. I think it only doesn't work with red.
No, I don't think
funny,
blue and yellow will look good either.
I think blue and yellow.
I think the gold will make it fine.
Yeah,
the gold is like that nice transitional color between the blue and yellow.
I think the one that'll look second worst is probably green.
Yeah, I could see that.
Blue and green. It's not that great, but definitely like blue and red is the worst combination. Like, okay, there's 3 characters that pull off blue and red. You know, Spider-Man, Superman, Monkey D. Luffy. Like.
You're right.
If you're doing blue and red, other than that, like it's just don't do it.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I love the armor, how it's the 2 Tegasword hands crossed on the shoulders. I love that it gives them a cape like the Tegasword sword part when he's in Robo mode.
Yeah, capes are cool.
Yeah, the sword itself is like the least interesting. Like, I don't care. It's just a big sword.
The sword is over-designed, definitely.
Yeah, it's just a big blue sword. I could not care less about it. Like the form is what is made. It looks the coolest to me. And then in the preview we get to see the mecha form, which also looks cool.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, with this whole what is it? It's like Memorial Edition that happens after the show airs. Like if they made a Memorial Rio Tegasword, I don't think I would care because I don't want that in scale.
Oh man, it would be huge and hulking. Where would you even?
Yeah, it's huge and bulky, and it doesn't look that cool. Yeah. But the Rio Tegasword that combines with my Tegasword Robo, I probably do want that.
Yeah, which is
even though then I have the fucking Orca booster just sitting there.
I mean,
like, what are you going to do with that?
There's going to be a point where likelihood is going to use them in tandem. So we're going to see what that looks like at some point.
Well, I mean, in this episode, we do see, we don't see him go wild,
that's
but
true.
we do see him use the buster. Anyway, yeah, that's suit opinions. It's nice. Oh, here's a question. Do you like it more than wild?
Ooh. For on Goju
it's
Wolf,
hard.
I would agree that wild looks better. But
yeah,
the Rio Tegasword with Goju Leon does look better to me than Goju Wolf Wild.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm not as high on Wild, I guess, as most people. I mean, surprise. After the 2 guys that don't think caking is that cool also don't like your other favorites.
Oh no, is that the general consensus of caking? Is that it's a good looking form?
Oh my god. Every day on Reddit, people are like, caking should have been the final form. It's the best one.
Oh man, they're glazing it. I hate that.
It's crazy. Literally, it's a cake. It's a glazed cake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I like Wild a lot. I think that I mean the problem, not the problem, but like Goju Wild is just Goju Wolf, but extra,
more,
right? Yeah, it's the same design, but then it's like the Abba Ranger when their diamonds turn into spikes,
right? When they go,
that's kind of what Goju
Rampage
Wolf
mode, I think it's called.
Yeah. That's kind of what Wild is. Like it's just accentuating the already there design elements.
I mean,
whereas this is like a whole new thing,
right? And arguably, it's kind of like we discussed this with Kamen Rider before, where it's kind of like you get the Kamen Rider final forms where it is just that rider, but more. Like Gav Master, Overmaster.
Yeah.
It's Gav, but more. And
but more. Yeah, it's Poppin' Gummy, but more. Yeah.
And then like with Gaim, you got Kachidoki, which is Gaim, but more.
Yeah, Orenji Arms, but more. Oh, Kachidoki should have been the final. I'm just like the kicking idiots.
No, I mean, Kachidoki is very fucking cool.
Kachidoki is so fucking cool.
But yeah,
Kachidoki's the best gun for fucking fight me. I think that's
I agree.
Dominant opinion. I don't think anyone's gonna fight.
Yeah, no, that's not a hot take at all. But yeah, with Goju Wolf Wild, it is Goju Wolf, but more. Ultimately, like it's not as gonna be his final form, and ultimately that's fine. I think Goju Wolf Wild is a good, we'll call it midway form.
Super form?
Yeah, super form. We'll call it that.
Yeah. I think also, I mean, this is the Hoeru show, right?
Yeah.
It gives Hoeru a way to stay relevant, like in the fight scenes, if someone else has Rio Tegasword.
I think that's going to happen next episode. We saw it in the preview.
Yeah. So, like, I don't know. In terms of, like, I think you're right. I think for Hoedu, I think Ryo Tegasword looks the worst. So I probably still go wild.
Right.
But for everyone else, obviously, like, this is their only option.
Right.
But I think you're right. Like, Ryo Tegasword, Gozyuger, I think I'm gonna pop. Like, when that happens next episode, I'm gonna pop off.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I think that's gonna look crispy. But yeah, so Ryo Tegasword, Hoedu is beating the shit out of the skeleton guy. Like we said, the arms on the chest can fold out and become like Robo Machamp arms for Tegasword to use. Right. And so his final finisher, one of the robot hands gets the Orca Buster. A Buster? Booster? I don't even remember anymore.
Booster.
He gets the Orca. Orca Booster. And then the other hand gets the is it the regular Tegasword? No, it's the Decaliber, the Wolf Decaliber.
And they do the two slice one shot.
Yeah, Hoedu's two main hands hold the Ryo Tegasword, and they all final strike the skeleton guy, and he blows up. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, very nice finishing move.
Yeah. But anyway, mopping fucking Timu awakens Bellum.
Yeah.
Who shows up.
He gets pissed.
He's like, yo, what the fuck?
Yep.
Because I think it was Ray at this point. I don't think he was Bellum yet.
Right.
And then when Bellum awakens, Tegajun gets fucking pissed off because I guess she senses him coming out.
Yeah. And then she goes into, her mech form and
Robo form, yeah. With, presumably, at least we don't see it without Gyuto pilot.
Yeah, she's just AI driving, like autopiloting herself. That's fine. It's great. The fight itself is interesting. We get to see what Tegajun can do on her own.
I think this is a cool fight for like suited robo fights. Like at one point she does like a front flip or a back flip, like stepping off of him.
It's a very dynamic mecha fight. Like, I feel like this is where mecha fights should have been in this season from the beginning, because if you look at the Tegasword suit, like, it's got more movement than most other mechas.
For sure. I mean, just compared to last season, fucking the Boom Boonja robot.
Yeah, like, that was a robot, it moved like a robot, but Tegasword
that's a fucking clunker.
Has a lot more mobility. I feel like we should have been getting fights like this for a while.
Yeah.
But it's great. We're getting it now.
Yeah, normally with this level of choreography, we get the CG robo fights.
Right.
Like something like from Dawn Brothers. So I'm happy to see like cool stunts in robot suits.
Yeah.
I think it looked good.
10 out of 10.
But you're right. We find out that she has AI versions of all their rings.
Yeah.
Of all the Tegasword robo rings.
So she uses their weapons, which is also cool.
Yeah. So she doesn't put them on, like change head or anything, but they float near her and they summon like it's like a clear version of the weapon. So I don't know if it's like a permanent, like if it's a real object.
Right.
I don't know. But yeah, she uses them to do like cool moves. And then Bellum is like, you done? And then he beats the shit out of her.
Yeah. And then she has to go crawling back to the ring with the tail between her legs. Kind of sad.
Really sad. Oh, speaking of rings, I think last episode, Sumino dropped the Juoja ring.
Yeah,
or
that was the fourth ring that he absorbed to become like the Bellum ring.
The dark ring. Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, Tegajun gets beat easily. This is the moment where I really think cements like the transition. Like I think we'll still get Bride-on stuff because they're, Bouquet and Fire Candle are still important. Obviously Gyuto, but they're definitely on the back burner after this moment, right?
Right.
Because their whole moment in the sun was bringing Tegajun to robot form to make Tega Naguru or whatever. That was their big plan. And Tegajun came out and she got her ass beat. So,
ooh, is this a precursor? So, you know that how I purchased Tegajun, and I also purchased
Gudaburn.
Yeah, Gudaburn. And, we haven't seen it before, but what if this is the precursor to us getting Tegajun Whiteburn? I think it'd be really cool to actually see it. Because, I made it, and it's kind of like, oh, this is cool looking. This is a really nice design. Please give us Tegajun Whiteburn. It'd be sick as fuck.
I don't know. Like, could it happen? Yes. Would it do anything at this point? I don't think
Absolutely not, but it'd be cool.
I do think it would be more interesting to explore, like, because we got a lot of, like, Tegasword Gudaburn moments.
Right.
I think getting some Tegajun Gudaburn stuff would be interesting. I don't know if we're going to get that, because, again, we have, like, 18, 17 episodes.
There's no time.
It could happen. I think there is time for it if they want that, but I think their attention more is going to be on, what do they even call it? Claudes.
The Claudes, and then we've got the Ryo Tegasword now, so they're probably going to be doing more stuff with that.
Right, because we do see the Ryo Tegazord Robo in the preview. So, I don't know. Maybe that moment has passed.
Yeah, I mean, we're at episode 33. 34 is going to be Ryo Tegazord with Goju Leon. We're going to get Ryo Tegazord with the other 3, so that's 3 episodes taken up. So they've got, 14 episodes to play with.
Oh, I didn't even think about this. Do you think we'll see Ryo Tegazord Polar?
Ooh, that's an excellent question. So the thing about Gouda Burn, just as a toy, right? It's not very interactive with a lot of the other toys. So I feel like that would be an issue because, Sentai and Kamen Rider are ultimately vehicles to sell toys.
Right. So, well, I mean like Mashiro, like not the Robo.
Oh, okay. Oh.
The Robo obviously depends on if they're compatible or not.
Right.
Which
I doubt they are.
Yeah, the way Gouda Burn's engineered, I don't think they would be.
I mean, Mashiro's got to get some screen time. So presumably there's going to be a Mashiro-focused episode with Ryo Tegazord, in which case they have 12 episodes to play with.
I just wonder, because, most, Ranger, main team-up things, the 6th is, excluded from.
Right. Even in Boom Boonja,
Yeah, he doesn't get a fucking jacket.
Yeah, Violet doesn't get a champion jacket, so you're right.
That suit needs something. And you're going to deny it even anything.
Yeah.
You're going to make sure the worst suit gets nothing.
Fucked up.
Fucked up.
Yeah, it's
fucked up.
Oh, God. Poor Violet.
But yeah, maybe because this one gets passed around, maybe we could see it with Mashiro.
Yeah, I could see that.
I don't know.
Okay.
I think it'd be,
So, to be fair, there is one episode where Boon Violet does, in fact, get a champion. Spoiler.
Only one episode?
One episode, yeah.
Oh, my God.
But, we won't touch on that. I'll let you explore that on your own.
Fucking assholes. Just give it to us. Yeah, so everything, Tegajun flies away, Bellum goes away, and we get a final scene of Hoeru once again delivering food to the family, and he stops the kids and he's like, hey, make sure mom eats too.
And then he's about to walk away, but mom stops him. It's like, you could stop by and, just have tea. It'd be nice to spend time with you, get to know you.
See you. Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh, no, the memories are there. Damn it.
Yeah. Oh, well, we forgot in the first scene where he meets the family, she asks, do I know you?
Right.
And that's what kind of kicks off his whole retrospection. But yeah, so he's walking away and she stops him and she's like, are you going to come back? You can come back even not to deliver. It'd be nice to spend time with you, whatever. And he's like, yeah, I will. That sounds nice. And then the dad is like, do you know that guy? What the fuck?
Are you cheating on me?
She's like, and the mom's like, I don't know.
I don't know what compelled me to
just felt this connection. Yeah. So, I mean, we are in our true crime obsessed society. These cases where adult children get found and meet back up with their parents is not unheard of.
Right.
And I think my hope for the Hoeru show finale is that he just gets the confidence to go talk to him.
Please.
I don't need them accepting him or anything, but just going up and be like, hi, I'm your son. I don't know if you remember.
You definitely don't remember, but I am your son.
My older brother is a weird alien pervert. He got fucked up in the dimension we went to.
He's not important, though. Think about me.
I'm back. Where's my room?
Oh, God.
But yeah, rock solid. 2 episodes of Gozyuger.
God, they needed this so badly.
These are the best 2 episodes since, I don't even know, somewhere in the early 20s.
And we already talked about our fatigue with the writing last episode, right?
Oh, yeah.
So
we were so negative.
It's like they heard us and they're like, hold on, don't leave yet.
Pivot.
Oh, yeah. But that's where Gozyugers is right now. Has it reignited my hope? Not quite, but we're getting there. We're getting in a direction, and I appreciate that.
Okay, so I mean, again, last episode, we were super negative about just where we were at in Gozyuger and even what we thought was going to be possible.
Right.
At that point, I was like, I don't think they can bring this back to make it a good show. I just didn't think they could. And in terms of it being like one of the best Sentai ever, I still think they just can't reach that high after the past like 20 episodes. But I'm super excited to see more Gozyuger, which is exciting.
That is exciting. I'm glad to be able to hit this point again when we've been without it for so long.
Yeah, I was like, because we were super negative about like the finale of Gav, like just the last few episodes of Gav, and then for that to end and like Zeztz starts up, we're like, oh, Zeztz is great, and then it felt like immediately all that negativity shifted to Gozyuger. I was like, oh no, like, are we just gonna be the podcast where we hate like one show? Like, is that our thing? Can we not just like both shows?
Oh man, see, it's funny you say that because at the very beginning of the podcast, we were at a point in Gav where everything was exciting and Gozyugers was starting up, so that was exciting.
Yeah.
So it's like we're not the podcast that just hates one of the shows. That's not what we started on. That's definitely not where we're staying.
Ooh, we promise.
Shut the fuck up!
Hate this show.
You shut your dirty whore mouth right now.
I'm really excited. Okay, so the rumors about the next Sentai have not excited me, but in a weird like perverse kind of way, I'm kind of excited if I just really hate it. Like what if like from episode 1 on, every episode of the podcast I'm like, this shit is so bad.
Don't give me the job of having to be positive about it. I don't want that job.
I don't know, because I feel like as a listener I would be like, I'm not listening to this, he's gonna make the same complaints every time,
and the other guy's just gonna try to counteract it, but it's not gonna work.
Yeah, but me as a person, I'm like, ooh, just give me something to hate. Give it to me.
What would life be if we didn't take the good with the bad?
Let me sink my teeth in it.
I mean, like, to be fair, we went into this episode where I told you, it's like, oh man, I got shit to say.
Oh yeah.
And sometimes, you gotta be mad about something. It gives your life drive.
Pull a fucking Ray. My life is miserable, so I must hate what you love.
No. But that's where we are in Gozyuger right now.
That's where we are. I've never been happier.
That's a lie.
That's where we are at Gozyuger.
We're hopeful.
I'm settling in.
We're settling.
We pulled up our folding camping chairs. We're staking our claim here.
Yep, got that campfire started. You're gonna try not to burn my marshmallow.
Mm-hmm. Don't go back. We don't need back. Don't do that again. Just stay here. You're in the pocket. This is the pocket of Gozyuger. Stay in the pocket.
But yeah, that's now we're gonna go on to our new love
segment. Change.
There we go.
Comment. Writer. Zeztz. I am shocked at how, I don't know, like Zeztz just feels so different. You know what I mean?
Okay, we're episodes 4 and 5.
Right.
It's new. It's still shiny. There's still a lot of possibility. There's still a lot to win and a lot to lose.
But I'll say like the two we're going to talk about are a 2-parter.
Right.
And I just think it's, I don't know, like in the first 5 episodes, they've done 2-parters. That seems strange to me.
I guess technically,
for Kamen Rider.
The first 3 episodes were a 3-parter.
Oh, yeah, I guess so, technically.
But yeah.
Oh, no, there's not enough that connects the first episode, the 2 and 3.
I mean, kind of. The fact that everything just kind of starts.
But I mean, 2 has the bomber.
Yeah, you're right.
And then 2 and 3 has a through line.
See, but then when we talked about it, it's kind of like you need to be able to watch all 3 in tandem in order to really get into it, to get like your fill,
Yeah, I would have preferred if all 3 premiered at the same time, but I think 1 is the least connected of 2 and 3.
That's fair. Fair point. I'm just...
Yeah. Either way, like, I mean, look at the beginning of Gabu. It was like single story. Like, we didn't get 2-parters until like mid-10s.
Yeah, because normally a show will take its time developing the world first before getting into like deeper storylines. I feel like with Zeztz, with how episodes 2 and 3 kind of was a 2-parter and episodes 4 and 5 now being a 2-parter, that's just going to be the dynamic of the show, where you're going to get the investigative portion first of your baddie of the week, and then the settling of that case for the next
Right.
episode.
I mean, these two, they're scratching my brain good.
Oh, baby. Get those wrinkles in.
It feels much more like an American procedural television show.
Right.
Like, if you think about, if there was no week in between 4 and 5 and you edit it together to be like one 45-minute episode,
Right.
just the way it's paced feels like fucking Bones or something.
I mean, kind of.
You know what I mean?
And I do think that it's interesting you mentioned it feels like an American procedural show, because is this an effect of them trying to...
The westernization.
The westernization of Kamen Rider, or like them trying to go international? Like, maybe? Who can say for sure? I don't hate it. I'm down. I'm invested.
Yeah, you're right. Episode 4 is more about like the mystery itself, but they still interweave like action scenes. Like, you know, you're watching Kamen Rider.
Which is great. I love it.
I love it too. And then I love the way that it ends with like a big reveal for the mystery.
Ooh, yeah.
Like, not the greater world as a whole. Like, this doesn't change Baku's life.
Right.
But we're at this point in the episode, you're so invested in the dream that when there's a big revelation about the dream, it's big enough to end the episode on. I think that's great.
Like, this... chef's kiss.
Yeah. I don't want to throw out like, oh, Zed's best Kamen Rider ever, blah, blah, blah. Because, like, obviously there's so much more for it to... There's so many episodes where it could turn to doggy doo-doo. But, like, just how I said, like, the premiere was, like, probably the best one I've ever seen. These first 5 episodes are, like, strong.
Oh, for sure.
Like, strong. And that's really exciting. But then I remember that how much I was really excited at the beginning of Gavu. And it's like, it could always come back around.
He was more excited than I was. But,
I was so excited.
By the time we got to the point where the podcast started, I think we were both on board. So
I think in the first episode, I'm kind of like, you know, the Stomach family's kind of letting me down. Like, I really need things to happen. And boy, did they happen.
Did they?
Dominic, your mission is to protect the VIP bride.
I'm on it.
So that's our main objective for these 2 episodes. That's Baku's mission. He's in a dream, obviously the dream world. It's at a church where the bride is Miyuki and she's getting married to some guy. He really doesn't matter.
Yep.
The guy she's marrying does not really matter.
Oof, man. I mean, no, you're right. 100%. Now I think about it.
Yeah. This is the most Ken doll a fucking groom has ever been.
He is Kenuff.
Yeah. So Baku is like the minister for their wedding for some reason. That's his dream role. And Nemu is there.
Wedding planner.
Well, first Nox.
Yeah,
Nox is outside the church and he casts a crow nightmare to come down. And then we finally get the OP.
Yeah, OP for Zeztz as a whole. I think it's great. Yeah. A lot of people have been doing a lot of speculating on this. I'm sure you've seen the TikToks. You've likely read it in the Reddit posts where there's the little part in the opening where he's walking across and you get all these different missions just streaming along in the background. People saying, oh, have they leaked the future episodes? This show.
I have heard nothing about it.
Really? I have gotten several TikToks about this.
I thought you were gonna because there's a point in the opening where it seems to allude to Nem being a writer. I thought that was what you were talking about.
Oh, I've gotten those too. I'm excited about that. That'll be great.
But I had no idea about the case titles.
Yeah, like there's a part in the opening where he's walking across and the case titles are just going through in the background, and some of the mission titles are crazy and some of them are like, oh yeah, that's a typical mission title. That could reasonably be an episode. I can't remember any of them off the top of my head because I'm on the spot now about it. But like, there are some interesting things that are great. Like, I think one of them is like take down like the secret to the Great Conspiracy or whatever, or like stop the Great Conspiracy. It's like, oh, what the fuck is happening there? He's taking down a country in his dream. Oh boy, like there's a lot of possibilities here. Makes me real excited.
Yeah, maybe. So in the opening, we get a lot of those volume shots from that teaser preview.
Oh, yeah.
Where he's got like the circular screen and then the screen above. So the preview probably was filmed at the same time as the opening. That's my guess.
Likely.
The song is great. I'm sure like all Kamen Rider songs, I'll be obsessed with it for like 2 months and then I'll get sick of it.
Yeah, it got me hooked on the songstress Nak Vane. I am listening to her work now. It is great.
It's a really cool song. It's, you know, it's a cool opening. Yeah, I don't have any thoughts to say about it.
Yeah.
It's doing all the Zeztz things. It's dreamy. It's stream of consciousness.
Yeah. Really poking at our brains, just getting those wrinkles in.
Yeah. So Nem is there. Her role this time is the wedding planner. Again, Nem is sus as fuck.
Which is great. I love it.
Oh, happy 17th birthday to Nem's actress.
Woo!
She is 17.
Let's not forget that. That's an important number.
It's an important thing to keep in your mind. Because I've seen some people, being thirsty.
As they do.
This 17-year-old
Come on,
who just turned
guys.
17.
There is literally a hotter woman in the main cast right there.
That's what I'm fucking saying.
Y'all need to calm down.
Oh, yeah. So happy birthday on that. She's here. So it turns out the bride's father is the Secretary of Foreign Affairs, which is pretty important. If you're, the VIP bride, that's a VIP right there.
If your father is a part of the Japanese government, ooh, baby.
Yeah, that's a VIP. Her childhood friend shows up with a knife. And he says, I'm going to get her out of here. Baku uses the Physicam capsule, like in last episode where he caught himself in the ground with super strength. He doesn't henshin at all. He just spins the capsule and that gives him super strength, which again, I don't know how I feel about.
See, I did want to talk about this, him using the power in that way on presumably a civilian, like a non-monster of the week threat. I think that's fine. I think it's great. Where it's kind of like you scale your power to what you're facing. He doesn't need the engine for this. That's fine.
Right. But I don't think he needs super strength for it. If in the dream he's like a trained secret agent, I feel like he could have just done like a cool takedown or something.
Very true. In which case, the only reason they had him use the capsule is to sell toys.
Oh, 100%. Already we see later that he gets a device to store his capsules.
The capsule storage pod.
The
mat tube, as I like to call it to myself.
I was like, maybe having these balls as the gimmick toy was not a good idea. They're pretty big. Yeah. They're pretty obnoxious.
They're pretty obnoxiously big. And I think you did mention where the producer, is it the writer or the producer, said that they wanted to make it so that everything was built into the belt. And then corporate was like, no.
Yeah. I saw some quote, I don't remember from who, but someone involved in the show, or maybe it was the writer, I don't know, originally wanted the driver to be more like Kuga.
Yeah, that's
where it was just a regular belt with switches on it to activate the different stuff. And then he remembered the toy sales, so obviously that got scrapped.
Yeah, which is unfortunate.
I don't know, the O's medals look cool and they're thin. Cards are fine, I guess. Cards are honestly probably my least favorite henshin device because it's just card.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, the capsums. Oh, even the Gozyuger are smaller.
I guess my size comparable gimmick to this would be the lock seeds.
That's true. Well, they don't do as much as the lock seeds.
They don't do as much as the lock seeds. Lock seeds were definitely an expensive gimmick for all parties involved.
Yeah, I don't know. They're balls. It's whatever. It's a ball. So after he disarms the Osana Najimi childhood friend, Baku is like, that guy's the dreamer. Because here he is dreaming about stopping her wedding.
Yep.
It makes sense to me.
Yeah. Checks out.
Yeah, he goes back to Zero with his hypothesis, and Zero is like, oh, that could have happened when the bomber was here. And Baku's like, what? And Zero's like, well, remember how you let the bomber into the real world?
What are you, an idiot?
He's like, when he dissipated, a bunch of nightmares infected a shitload of people.
Right.
And this is something, I don't know, last season, Shoma did kind of have a guilt from the problem, from the Grenouds stealing people, but it was more, he was also abused by the Grenouds, so it was more he wanted to protect humans, right? I think this is a cool wrinkle to have, where Baku feels responsible, because he wasn't good enough, the bomber made it into the real world, which let Nox infect a bunch of more people with nightmares.
Right, which is why, to this day, I'm going to say it, I'm going to probably say it till the day I die. Episodes 2 and 3 were a masterclass in setting up stakes for our main character.
Right. Yeah, because now, after it's revealed to him by Zero that that's what happened, now he has this thing where, he's got to stop it every time. He can't let that third door open.
Right.
And these 2 episodes focus a lot on Baku's insecurity about being the secret agent, being Zeztz, having this responsibility.
God, it's so good.
Which It's good. Like, this shit is good. It's, yeah. So again, like having this wrinkle where like now every nightmare, he feels a personal guilt about having to stop, right? He has his own personal stakes involved in every monster of the week from now on.
Right.
Because he wasn't good enough, these people are suffering. So now he has to stop it. That's cool. I like it a lot.
Character development.
Zero also gives Baku a bunch of toys.
Oh yeah, it's like, hey, roll this gotcha, as the children will do.
Oh no, he gives him the camera, a sensor, and an ID badge.
Oh yeah, the spy toy.
Yeah, he gives him the Spy Kids McDonald's toy set, and then he does let him roll 2 times.
Wait, hold on. Now that you mentioned the Spy Kids McDonald's set, could you imagine if Kamen Rider did a collab with McDonald's?
I'm sure in Japan it probably will.
Oh man, it'd be so sick if I could get like fucking Zeztz toys and a fucking Japanese McDonald's. That would be disgusting. Oh man.
Did you ever have? I never had them, but I know the Spy Kids 2 McDonald's toys were all like spy gadgets.
Yeah.
And you could connect them together to make that weird little robot spider that Junie has.
Yep, I did not, and clearly I didn't have a good childhood. I must not. I must not have if I didn't have access to this.
Yeah, if my parents were shoving down a Happy Meal down my throat every day. I did have the Inspector Gadget all completed.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah, I'm sure he got chunked the fuck up and thrown away. So.
No, my vividest fast food toy memory is going to my next door neighbor's house and seeing that he had like those gold-plated Pokemon toys from Burger King.
Oh, the cards.
The collectible things, yeah. And I was like, oh, I want one of those, but like my parents never took us out to fast food places.
No! I had one. Oh man, I must have been so fucking annoying when they had that Burger King Pokemon shit for the first movie. I'm sure I must have been so annoying because me and my sister had a lot of those toys.
Damn. You had a good childhood.
I can't complain. My biggest memory of fast food toys is such a tangent. But do you remember like in elementary school, like one of the moms would volunteer to like watch recess and lunch or whatever.
Oh yeah.
So I knew this one kid like in kindergarten whose mom did it every day. And every day she brought him like a kid's meal from like a place.
Oh.
Which like immediately everyone was jealous.
So that kid had a good job.
Maybe, I have no idea. But yeah, so we were friends like in kindergarten, first grade. So I went over to his apartment once and like we were playing stuff. And then like as I was leaving, his mom was like, oh, like, would you like to take some of Joseph's extras? And I was like, what does that mean? And she has this she pulls out a tub, like those giant ass like storage tubs and opens it. And it's just full of fucking fast food toys.
So it's like she was a McDonald's. Because you know that they store all the toys in like those tubs.
Yeah. It was like she fucking opened the tub and like the golden light irradiated from the tub to shine upon me.
That's sick.
It was the closest I've ever gotten to being Indiana Jones. It was crazy. And like,
I will never forget that phrase for the rest of my life. That is so tight.
It's so funny because here I am looking at like this tub of like excess and greed, and then in my head I'm like, well, Mom will get mad if I take more than one. So I took like one.
Oh man, you were too good of a child.
It's like this 30-pound tub of extras that he has no need or want for. They're not even open.
Mom will get mad if I take more than one.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, like you remember? Well, you said you didn't get fast food much as a kid,
right.
But like at me, like if I got a double toy one time, like your parents not gonna take you back to get it changed,
right?
So you just like rip that shit open, and now you make them fight or whatever. You have two of them,
exactly.
But here was this kid who had complete collections and then just extras sealed in a tub.
Dude, imagine being that kid now. Be like, hey mom, you still have that tub of collectible toys that I could sell for like hundreds of thousands of dollars now?
Oh, you are clearly mistaken if you think that's how I know you didn't have fast food toys. That tub of all those toys probably get you like $30.
Hey, that's 30 more bucks than I would normally have.
I guess so. But man, whoa. Anyway. Well, yeah, so he gets
he's
2
talking
new
to Zero,
capsules. Yeah, he gets Wing and Stream. And Wing lets him obviously have wings, and Stream lets him control the air.
See,
which is
that
interesting.
wasn't my initial thought, because when we had seen these forms, like when we were exploring these forms, I attributed blue to water. Clearly that was my mistake.
No, I think you're right, because in this scene, well, we're talking about the Gav summer movie,
right,
where Zeztz first appeared. He does go this stream, like this blue form.
Right, and he controls water, right?
Yeah, they fight near a fountain. I think it's like a big water fountain.
But it's actually just him controlling the wind, ?
Yeah, the CGI effects on the air does make it blue. So I don't think you're wrong. I probably assumed that too. I also didn't think that this was going to be one of the 4 forms that we've seen.
Right.
Because it's not treated like it's important.
Yeah, it's
really
very much given the, this is like a side thing you can do treatment.
Yeah, it's given the same level as like the transform and this wing capsule. But way back when Zeztz was like first revealed, we got like the 4 forms, like the red, blue, purple, and green one. And so I thought, obviously there are more forms than just those 4, as we've already seen.
Right.
But I thought those were going to be like significant. Whereas right now, Stream is just there.
You know what? Now that you're mentioning all of this, and judging from our conversation from earlier about how this is supposed to be more Kuga-esque and more like within the belt, this is definitely given the same treatment of, press this button and you'll have these powers now.
Yeah, those are the 4 Kuga colors. Well, no, there's purple.
Yeah, there's purple.
Kuga has 5.
Ooh, if we're talking about purple now being like a color option, this is giving me like Den-O vibes.
Sorry, just to correct myself, the Zeztz forms we saw were red, blue, purple, and was it green? Is it green? No, I thought it was purple instead of green.
Yeah.
What did I just say?
I don't remember. Wow, we've got the memory of goldfish.
Oh my god. Well, there were 4 of them, and one of them's purple.
Right. I know one's a gun, one's a scythe.
Yeah. Purple is the scythe.
Yeah, purple is the scythe. What's the last weapon?
Red's the sword.
Red's the sword, right. Oh my god.
I know. I'm like losing my mind. Wait.
Hold on. There's gotta be.
It's sword, scythe, gun, axe. It is green.
Axe. Okay, yes. Wow.
It is green.
These are all actually just Den-O things now. Well, except the scythe is a scythe. But yeah, Den-O's got a very similar thing where you've got the sword, you've got the axe, you've got a gun, and the first, it's the second form, it's like a rod, like a fishing rod kind of deal, but long-bladed weapon of sorts. And I'm connecting the dots now. It's like Kuga, it's like, press a button, you get this form. Den-O, very much, you scan the train pass, you press a button, you get that form. This very easily could have been that.
Yeah, but instead it's balls. Instead we're in the ball pit.
We're not the ball pit. Kids pissing that.
Ooh.
No ooh.
We cut to the police chief who's gathered Fujimi and Asuka on the roof of, I assume the police, it's just a roof, whatever.
Yeah, just a roof.
And he's like, we don't know, we don't have no residue for why the police building exploded. Like, I need you 2 on this. And they're like, you dissolved the division. And he's like, well, off the record, unofficially, I take no responsibility. You're reinstated.
Honestly, like, fuck this guy.
No, he's kind of a piece of shit.
I mean, to be fair though, I guess if they're still employed and also getting paid, whatever. Like, as long as they can take care of themselves. And,
as long as they weren't fired.
He's hyped him. I was like, I still got a fucking job. Let's fucking go.
Yeah. Well, I think he's just happy that the research is being keeping going. And he's like, I know what did this. It's the nightmares. And the chief is like, then fucking find me some proof, bro. But it's not like before, like when you shut it down, he was kind of like, you have no proof, like whatever. Now he's like, fine, if you believe that, like, find me proof. Like, I think the chief kind of believes.
I mean, he's got to believe it. They didn't find anything for what caused the explosion, right? So he's like, okay, something's wrong here. Like, I need someone who is crazy enough to believe something weird is going on.
And then, so Fujimi's all excited, and Asuka's like, we still don't have any idea what to do. And Fujimi's like, we have a lead now.
Bakuyozu. Yeah.
Who is out of breath running with his sister.
Listen, they're doing workouts together. It's cute. It's family.
Yeah, it's family. And he's like, I gotta get my stamina up. And she's like, why? He's like, for my mission. And she's like, what?
Finding a job.
Yeah, my mission of job searching.
Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense.
And then he's gassed out, but he sees a little old lady like climbing upstairs.
And he's about to help her.
Yeah, he's gonna go help her.
And then a fucking branch falls from the sky.
Yeah. His sister yells out to stop him, and then a fucking tree branch breaks off and falls like right where he would have been. This man.
See, so they've presented this gimmick where if he's helping somebody, something bad will happen. Yeah. I don't know how long they're going to hold this gimmick up.
I hope it's forever.
See, but how? What paths could we possibly take other than things randomly falling on him every time something like this happens? I want to know how many possibilities.
He got struck by lightning and hit by a meteor off screen. I think they can do whatever the fuck they want.
He was also shocked by aliens.
Yeah, electrocuted by aliens. I think they can just keep going.
See, that's the thing. Like, this gimmick is so crazy and out of left field. I don't know where they're going to take it.
It's a Gozyuger ass gimmick.
It is. And I'm invested. I love that.
So after the tree branch falls, someone else comes to help the old lady, and it's the childhood friend. It's Ippei.
Yeah. He's like, oh, that's weird. That's not what I expected out of a fucking stalker man.
Mm-hmm. So he breaks off from his sister to go follow Ippei around, and he follows him into like a izakaya where he's talking with his friend. His friend's like, "You're still like chasing that girl, bro."
Pulls out the spy toys, listening to him on the side.
Yeah, it's very Spy Kids. But yeah, and then the Ippei is like, "I don't know if she's happy or not." And his friend is like, "Dude, like she's marrying a CEO. Her dad's like the president. Like you were never gonna hit that."
I mean, like that's the realest take you could get from your friend, though, right?
That's a real friend.
Yeah.
So Baku takes his perversion tape back to Zero, who's like, "Good information gathering." And he puts up a big like TV screen where they're connecting the dots.
Yeah.
And this to me, I don't want to say like the whole show has had Persona vibes, but this to me did remind me of like before in Persona 5, before you can go into like the palaces, you have to get dirt on like the guy. Like you have to figure out what their desire is.
Right.
And that's what this kind of felt like to me, like a little information gathering, trying to piece together what is the dream, like what is the real fear.
Right. And that's what I'm loving about this formula, where it's going to be like the two-parter episodes where you get the investigative piece to start off and then you get like the settling or like the solving of the case in the next episode. Like it's a recipe for success to me.
Yeah. This is like tingling every part of my brain. Like I don't know if at some point I'll be like, okay, like you got to give me something new now. Like I don't know if this can sustain 50 episodes, but like right now, like give me like 20 more of these.
Yeah, and then the last 10 will be him actually fighting the big bad.
Yeah. So after he gets that information, he goes back to sleep. This is night 2 of the wedding dream. And he wakes up, sees Nem again. And he's like, hey, when shit goes down, like you do all the evac. And she's like, I got it. And he puts his little sensor guy outside the door. There's a crow nightmare and he flies in and he triggers the sensor. The sensor is like a little ball. Again, it's a ball.
Right.
A little thing you put on the ground, right? But I guess it casts like a big like net over the world or over the church. Because when the bird flies into the area of the church, it triggers.
Your alarm goes off, yeah. But also the fact that in the scene when he puts it down, the childhood friend is outside, sees him put it down. My question is the efficacy of this tool. If the person that you're trying to prevent getting in is seeing you set it up.
Well, I think he was set it for the nightmare. I don't think he cares about the Ippei.
You know, that's fair. Well, also Ippei is, as his assumption, is the dreamer for this.
It's true.
So it's kind of like...
And he does have a knife. Would he even trigger it? Like maybe it only works on nightmares.
Maybe.
I don't know.
The efficacy of spy toys is questionable at best.
It's true. The efficacy of spying. Very, very true. So then we cut to Fujimi and Nasuka in the real church, and there's crow feathers on the floor.
Oh, I did forget about this part.
Yeah, they're picking it up, and they're like, how is this here? And they're like, it must be a nightmare.
I mean, to be fair, very fucking weird. He's got a valid point there.
Yeah, to be a little less fair. I mean, bird feathers in a church, like, sure, it's weird, but it's not impossible.
Okay.
Right? It's not like the police building exploding and there being no residue of a bomb. Like, that's actually paranormal.
Okay. And then to bring it back to fairness, like, if such an event were to occur, you would imagine that whoever is working in the church would be like, well, that's fucking weird. I should probably call the police.
I don't think you're going to call the police over bird feathers.
Okay. If it's a copious, because it's a lot. They're all over the fucking floor. It's like, who the fuck is vandalizing my church? I'm calling the police.
Okay, I guess so. Maybe that's why they were there. Maybe the priest called the police and they got sent.
Yeah, it's like, hey, some dude vandalized my church. There are bird feathers over. Can you send somebody? And the chief's like, oh, let's send our guy who's not doing anything, which is why they're there.
No, he'll send his most important unofficial paranormal agency. So the crow attacks Miyuki and Zeztz, and he launches them into the air, but also the world turns upside down.
Right. So
this was like a weird visual dreamy thing.
It was weird. I do think it's very cool, very Inception-esque, because when the crow also bursts into the church, he manipulates like the area around Baku during the fight. Oh. Like he's manipulating like the pews to like try to crush him.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's kind of like what the bomber did with like the freight containers.
Right. So
right, he was like squishing them.
These nightmares all seem to have very similar dream abilities. So him flipping the world upside down, pretty cool. Very visually, like...
I mean, okay, so to extrapolate it a bit, we know the nightmares come from the subconscious desires.
Right.
So something like deeper in consciousness would presumably have more power in like a dream conscious state, right?
Right.
Because if the nightmares represent their truest fears, then it would make sense that they could control like their regular dream.
That's fair. That makes sense to me.
Yeah. Yeah. So like everything in the dream is like, I mean, because it's a dream, like it's not real. So if your realist feelings manifest, then they can distort the illusions, I guess.
And because we already know what is going on, this all makes sense to me now. Yeah, that checks out.
Oh my God. Oh, this is so cool.
It's so cool.
Yeah, so they get launched in the air upside down, and then Baku uses wing, and it gives him wings, and it's fine. I don't really have much to say. It gives him, like, the flying squirrel kind of glider wings.
He does control his feathers, like, I guess the closest example would be, like, Hawks from Hero Aka.
Yeah, well, or, like, just like the crow is doing to him.
Right, fair point.
They're like, launching feather missiles at each other. And one thing I'll say is that the wing form makes his, like, the pattern on the sides and then his boots, his like shoes and gloves, like gray, like a metallic gray.
Right.
I think I like that more than the fucking red Crocs.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's a good take.
That's the only difference, really. It's just those are gray and then he has wings.
I wonder what, I can't help but wonder, like, what drove them to design it like that, where it's like the red became the wings, but then it just left, like, the black trail. I do like the design a lot more, because I'm looking at it again. Yeah,
it's like it got sucked into his armpits and then manifested as the wings.
Well, when you put it like that, I like it less.
Yeah, so this happens, he saves Miyuki, like, they land on a perch. He's like, why would, like, Ippei dream about this? Like, it's not adding up. Like, he wants to save, like, he wants to take Miyuki for her to be his or whatever. Right. And then he looks at Miyuki, who's, like, shaking and shivering, and he's
terrified.
It's the bride's dream!
Nande!
Do. This was so fucking awesome.
God, what an episode.
That's such a great twist.
They knew!
For one, I love the fact that, like, when he gets these missions, he doesn't know who the dreamer is.
Right.
That's awesome. Because there's so many people in these dreams, and it's like trying to figure out which one has the nightmare is great.
Right.
And two, the reason it's great is because you can do misdirects like this.
God, they fucking cooked with this formula.
It's so good. This is like the best Monster of a Week formula I've ever seen. It's so good.
10 out of 10.
Fucking a Z out of 10, dude. This shit is gas as fuck. So jumping right into part 2 or episode 5.
No, we're calling it part 2.
Part 2, yeah. So yeah, this is where it's revealed that the wishes are subconscious. So even the dreamers in the dream have no idea what's causing the nightmare. Like, what is their fear or whatever.
Right.
Which is awesome.
God, yeah.
After this sequence, like after he saves her from that, Baku wakes up and he notices like his room is like tossed around and his closet's like fucked with. He's like, what? And he goes into the Zero clubhouse and the paranormal research guys just broke into his fucking apartment or house at night.
Yeah, and they're just like, sup? Like, it's super casual, too.
Yeah. So not only did they break into his room, but they managed to find the secret in the closet, like, while he was still asleep.
Right.
And they're like, we tried to wake you up.
Yeah, they did try to wake
But also,
up.
like, they came at night, so who knows what time? Like, what if it's like 3 a.m. they're trying to wake you up?
Yeah, they've been investigating for, we can only assume hours at this point.
Yeah, it's very funny and they're very inconsiderate.
See, and then this sets up an interesting question for me where it's like, okay, so we know for sure now that Baku isn't the only one.
The room is real.
The room is real. He's not the only one that can interact with it, right? So, like,
Right.
how, when,
How?
what?
How?
Yeah.
Like, at most, maybe it's like a real door that leads to like the Zero portal.
Right.
Because otherwise, like, space-wise, it's impossible. Unless there's like an elevator that drops you like straight down.
some
But we see that it's just
Doctor
a
Who
door. I don't like that.
It's bigger on the inside.
I don't like that at all. Zero has got some explaining to do, but right now he's hiding as a bike so that they don't notice that there's a big robot.
Right.
And I keep calling him Hoedu, Baku. Baku goes to Zero. He's like, what should we do? And Zero's like, they could be useful. Just tell him the truth.
Yep.
So he reveals that he's an agent of the secret organization Code. He's number 7.
Yeah, this is an insane to hear.
Yeah, Nazca is like, this is so fucking stupid. But Fujimi is like, I see. Now it finally makes sense.
And then both Baku and Nazca are like, he believes it. It's so sick.
It's good. I hope they're like our little team unit because they're fun.
Oh God, they are. Yeah,
Presumably, but we see later in this episode, they're kind of moving in. So
yeah, they've 100% moved in.
they're great. Yeah, so Fujimi's all in. He's asking him questions about being an agent, but then Baku's sister is coming into his room, so he has to run out there.
Yep. And she insists upon eating breakfast with him.
Yeah, because apparently she messed up making the fish, so the living room reeks. So she has to eat breakfast in his room. And then the 2 detectives unattended, Nazca just jumps onto Zero, the bike. So she's secondary rider confirmed.
Zero's into it.
Yeah, Zero's gonna remember her ass shape and be like, I have to make a driver for this woman. Yeah, so he has to eat breakfast with his sister. Oh, wait, does that happen this episode or last episode? Did we skip over that? When does he find the doors?
Oh no, that's this episode. He investigates later, and then he finds the door.
No, but he has the camera when he's eating breakfast with his sister.
Oh, you're right.
Because that's how he finds out about the park.
Well, he definitely doesn't find it last episode.
Well, it has to be last episode. Or maybe it's like the beginning of this episode before he wakes up?
No. Because if we found the doors last episode, I feel like we would have remembered that in last episode. It's definitely this episode.
I'm double checking my notes right now.
Because I remember the scene where he's talking with her in the park. It's in this episode.
Right. But he's playing with the camera when they're eating together. And she's like, what's that? And then he shows her the camera.
Huh. No,
maybe that's later.
Yeah, it's later.
Maybe they eat together again? Okay. Because I'm brain.
Because at this point, he realizes that she's the dreamer, so it's likely a part of his investigation.
Right. Maybe he meets with his sister again later, and I just didn't remember it. Okay. So then after the breakfast scene, he goes back into Zero Clubhouse, where he finds the 2 about to drink some tea. And he's like, oh, be careful. There's some bike fuel that looks just like tea.
Yep.
And fucking Fujimi starts choking.
He's just panicking, and Nazca just puts the cup down.
Yeah. But then they basically confirmed that, like, hey, like, we're going to help you. Like, we'll give you what we know, but you have to give us what you know. And so their partnership is cemented.
Congratulations. They have an actual office now, and it's not just the back of a truck.
No, not yet. Or is this when they're hanging the sign up? Or is that later?
That's later. It's later.
Okay. Yeah, so they vow to work together, and then they jump out his window.
Yep. 10 out of 10.
They're going to need a ladder or something. Or he's going to have to introduce them to his sister at some point. Because how the fuck is people not going to get suspicious about 2 grown people climbing up into a window every day?
That's the comedy dynamic. They have to keep this going for as long as they possibly can.
Okay. Oh, so then, but then Baku goes to the park. I'm so confused.
All right, hold on. There's gotta be no. Okay, like he definitely talks to her at the park. Remember that for sure.
Right.
Oh God, now everything's a blur. Maybe the more we talk about it.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm reading this episode's notes. It's later.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but he does run into her at the park. Oh, because maybe he's looking for Ipe or something. I don't know. Right. He goes to the park and he runs into Miyuki, and she gives like a vague conversation about how something happened to this tree that changed her life completely.
Right.
And that's sussy. Then we go to the PSB, the Paranormal Bureau or whatever. They're hanging up their sign in the Zero room.
Yeah.
They're moving in. They give Baku some info on the parents.
Yep.
Where the groom's father is the leader of the bride's father's campaign team, and they've had some sketchy funding questions.
Ooh, politics.
So like, oh, yeah. This is brought up, and I know it's just a red herring to like misdirect, but it's really like doesn't matter when you think about it. I mean, it really is just there to make you sussy about whether she wants to marry this guy.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter at all. Yeah. But that's the thing. It is a good red herring. God, layers, the writing. Fuck.
They also tell Baku that 15 years ago, Miyuki fell out of that tree in the park and got like knocked the fuck out. And it was Ipe that found her and like saved her life.
Right.
So now Fujimi puts together that like she doesn't want to marry this guy, sketchy guy, and she really loves Ipe, and that's why she's dreaming. That's her fear, is not getting saved by Ipe or whatever.
Yeah.
And Nasuka's like, isn't that a little on the nose? And he's like, it makes perfect sense. The love triangle.
I mean, okay, to be fair, I would probably go down that route if I
exactly. I mean, that's based on the information that the show has presented us with. That's what anyone would think. But because Fujimi says it, it makes you immediately go, no, something else is going on.
No, Najimi is the audience surrogate.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's great. I love it.
I love having a mystery show where like you have a detective that you know isn't right.
Right. You have,
right? Because
that's the thing too. Like the way they pose Najimi is that and I love it when like shows.
I think you combine their names. It's Fujimi.
Yeah. I did. Fujimi, the thing about Fujimi is, and they do this in like a lot of books and stories and shows, you have the unreliable narrator. Right. Where it's kind of like you see things from their point of view, but you can't trust what they're saying because you know that they're unreliable. That's Fujimi. Like, he's an incompetent detective to the show's benefit.
But also, like, he's not like a joke, right? Because what he comes up with is what I think based on what I've seen.
Right.
Like what I get to know. But then obviously there's more. It's just so...
the layers!
We gotta stop.
We're glazing!
At some point, there's gonna be something we don't like about it. Surely. It has to be.
See, all the more reason we have to enjoy what we have now.
Yeah. We get a scene of Miyuki and her fiance, and he's talking about their honeymoon plans. Like, they're going to go to New York and meet up with friends.
Right. They're going to go right from the flight to meet with his friends.
Yeah. She's looking uncomfortable, which again is feeding into our brains that like, oh, she doesn't want to marry this guy. Like, he's sketchy. Oof. He's like, are you okay? And she's like, oh, I'm just, nervous about it. And he's like, it'll be fine. Haha. And then we jump to night 3. Church night 3. Yep. Baku is there. He wakes up in the church with Nem, and he's like, what's going on? Where's the wedding? And she's like, it already happened.
Yep.
Like, they got married already. So as an audience, you're like, what? That's not the fear either? So yeah, so the wedding already happened. It was never about the wedding.
It was never about the wedding.
She says the wedding already happened and they left on their honeymoon already. Oh, this is where, okay, so here then, Baku is like, I know where I should look. And he goes to the park tree in the dream world. Right. Where he finds a regular door that opens up to her subconscious doors.
Yep.
Okay. Then, it's also upside down in hell.
Yeah. Yeah, that is also
There's like
accurate.
Chains everywhere. The sky's red. Not a great place.
Not at all.
He goes up to the lady door and he can look through the peephole, and he's we don't get to see what he's, or no, we do, don't we? Isn't it just, it's an airport?
Yeah, it's just an airport.
He sees the airport and he's like, that's what she was afraid of the whole time. It was never the wedding or Ipe or the groom or any of that stuff. It was the flight. She's afraid of heights because she fell out of that tree.
And now she's afraid of flying.
Mm-hmm. So he goes back to tell all that to Zero, and Zero's like, wonderful. Now activate fast travel on that wall right there.
And then he does. He goes straight to the fucking airport.
Yeah, so there's a magical dial in Dream Zero. This is the dream version of the Zero clubhouse. Right? Because he's still dressed like Agent 7. So in the Dream clubhouse, there's a dial that gives you fast travel. But in the real clubhouse.
That doesn't happen.
Would it?
That's not real.
I don't. The clubhouse is like the void for Gozyuger.
The clubhouse is magic. No, we're not calling it the void. We're happy right now.
You're right. So her real nightmare is a plane crash, which it starts to do when the crow launches a bunch of crows at the airplane.
And honestly, if you're in an airplane and you got quote unquote turbulence like that, I'd be pretty fucking terrified.
I mean, I'd be scared for sure, but as the pilot, I'd be like, why the fuck are so many birds flying into it? But I guess enough of them jam up the turbines so the plane's like gonna crash.
Right.
Obviously, Baku shows up and he starts fighting the crow. They take the battle to the air. He gets on the plane and he puts in the stream capsule.
Yep, and he's like, I control the air now.
Well, he's like, let's surf this thing. So he's using his control of air currents to like glide the plane like a surfboard. This is, so far the effects in Zeztz have been a step above. And even this is like a better effect than we would normally see.
Right.
But it is jank.
Yeah.
Like, it's still Kamen Rider at the end of the day.
This is the acceptable level of Kamen Rider jank.
Yeah. It didn't bother me. I was just like, oh, that plane is not real.
That bitch is not real.
This bitch is not real. And so he's fighting the crow guy still. Now, okay, so again, we saw the 4 forms with the preview. So, and we've seen his weapon have 4 forms. So in my brain, it was like each weapon is used by the form. Yeah. But that is not the case.
Nope.
He gets the sword from like Zero in this one, and he uses the sword even though he's blue, and he switches it apart, like turns it into gun mode, which is I think the one that is color coded blue.
Right.
But yeah, he just uses the sword no problem. So I don't know if it's going to be like every form can use the sword and then they have their own unique form, or if just the weapon can be any type at any time.
I hope it's the latter because it would make some interesting dynamics where you have each weapon and each weapon kind of works differently with each power. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah. I mean, the sword didn't do anything different with the air power, but maybe the gun would shoot like different element bullets. I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know. I mean, also, as we see at the end of the episode, these forms, while the capsums, this one, the blue capsum gives him air power.
Right.
They might not all be element based.
Right. And I think we had a conversation about it before where it's like Kamen Rider forms aren't typically element based. And if they
a lot of them can be.
A lot of them can be, but they aren't.
Right.
Which I think is interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it's certainly like, I'll take like this weird air power is cooler than like another fire form or like another ice form.
Right.
It's
a lot more versatile. You can use it in a lot more situations.
I mean, he literally locks the Crow Nightmare in a cage made of air pressure and then blasts him to death.
Things that you would have wanted to see in Avatar: The Last Airbender.
For real. He made a cage of air and then shot. That was, whoa. Because, like, he has power, like, air control, whatever. He's using it to glide a plane.
Right.
But he made, like, a physical object out of air. That's just crazy. Crazy. But also, the bird nightmare getting trapped in a cage. That's chef's kiss.
Man. Themes!
Yeah. yeah. So he gets exploded and then turns into the butterflies again. Like the butterflies we saw Nox send out.
Yep.
So maybe they go back to Nox. I don't know. But the butterflies.
The butterfly.
Keep your eyes where the butterflies.
The butterfly effect.
Good movie.
Good movie.
Yeah, he kills himself. In the womb.
In the womb. God, he does.
In the womb, no less. So this ends her nightmare. He lands the plane.
In New York.
She survives. I don't remember. Is it New York where he lands it? I thought he just brought it back to wherever the airport was.
No, I'm pretty sure he takes it to their destination.
Oh my God. He's fucking flying for like 25 hours.
Listen.
You know how far away the East Coast is from Japan?
He's in a dream. It doesn't matter.
I guess it's fair.
Time is relative.
We jump back to the real world where our crew is headed outside Miyuki's house. She and her now husband get in the car and she's like, thanks for like switching the honeymoon destination for me. And he's like, of course, like after you told me you were nervous about it, I don't want to make you fly.
See, that's a W husband right there.
That's a W husband. His dad, they're both their dads up to some sketchy shit, but that's a W husband.
For real.
So they're going to go drive off and Ippei is there watching it. And he's like, well, as long as she's happy,
see,
I can move on.
And that's a W reaction.
That's a W reaction. That's how kings do it, Ippei.
These are called, see, these reactions called being a responsible adult.
Yeah, I think this is like, I don't know, it's like a good portrayal of being an adult. You're right.
Right? The nightmare is these things not happening.
Now, just one little thing.
Uh-huh.
I think it's a little weird that they don't touch on the fact that in her nightmare, like, obviously she's afraid of flying, but also she dreams up this guy with a knife.
Fair point.
Like, I mean, he is outside her house. Like, I'm not invited. Like, had she seen him, like, stalking her before, and that's why he's in the nightmare?
The subconscious.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Ippei, maybe Ippei needs to turn a harder leaf than we thought.
Ippei was her childhood friend in his point of view, and then from her point of view, oh, he's just that dude that follows me around.
Oh, God. Yeah. That's some unexplored territory. But Fujimi like puts his arm around him. He's like, yeah, that's good, right? Moving on. And he's like, yeah, now that I know she's happy, I can finally, who the fuck are you?
Once again, reasonable reaction.
And Baku is very happy. And he's like, I hope you only have good dreams from now on, which is great. Perfect. Button it. Tie it with a bow. That's the perfect kind of hero you need, right?
10 out of 10.
10 million out of 10. Now we get Nox doing some sketchy shit with a book. And on the book, we see a diagram of 4 balls that are color-coded to the 4 forms of Zeztz that were spoiled, that we thought were going to be important and maybe still are. But he mentions body, mind, civilization, and reality is presumably what these colors code to.
It's tied to a religion I saw on a TikTok.
Oh, spoilers. Oh yeah, wait, no, I did hear about that.
Yeah.
It's either like some kind of Buddhism or something.
Yeah.
Right?
Which I think is interesting. You know,
yeah, it's a cool concept.
Japanese people infamously love tying like religious concepts to things. Evangelion is the biggest culprit.
Yeah, even when they have no idea what the religion's about.
That's the best part.
Yeah, so I mean, body, physicam, that makes sense, right? Mind, maybe stream, because he's controlling air with his mind, presumably. Then, yeah, reality, who knows? Like, that could be anything.
Right.
Civilization, what kind of powers could he like duplicate himself?
That's my owl.
Yeah, R.I.P. It's our owl. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so he mentions these things and he's like, everything in this world is destined to break down except for us. Nem. We knew Nem was sus because she's been lucid dreaming like this, like Baku. So clearly she was going to have some kind of importance in this world. And now knowing that Nox knows her makes me think that she's some kind of weird Nox dimension kind of thing.
Tinfoil hat theory. I'm cooking. So the reason why she's lucid dreaming in all these random dreams and she takes up the roles of like wherever dream she's in is because she's like a guardian. She wants to make sure things are going as they should in dreams.
Oh.
So she has to act like she's a part of the dream so that they don't get suspicious of her, but she's watching over them.
I mean, maybe, but like until Baku was there, like she didn't do anything.
That's fair.
You know, like if she's the guardian of like good dreams, she's doing a shit job.
Okay.
Like people are having nightmares.
But what if nothing bad was happening until Baku got involved? What if she was doing a great job and all this shit starts happening and she's like, fuck, who is this guy?
Ooh, so maybe like there's 3-8, like she's on the side of good dreams, Nox is on Nightmare's side, and then Zeros has like his own agenda.
Yep.
And he's like disrupting the equilibrium. Maybe.
Tinfoil.
Maybe.
It's on fire. My brain.
I kind of had a thought where like, so in the day world, Nemu's like the number one idol. Everyone loves her.
Right.
But like, I was like, what if she's only in dreams? Like, what if everyone loves her because she's in everybody's dream where she helps them out?
Ooh.
But then I was like, there's like advertisements for her in the real world. So she has to have like some kind of physical body.
But what if she got to that level of fame because of what you're mentioning?
Yeah, maybe. Like maybe she's just someone who has this power to be in everyone's dreams. And that's what made her like super popular.
She inceptioned herself into popularity.
That's crazy. That's scary.
That's scary.
It's so fucking scary.
Also, like, isn't that an interesting concept? Isn't that good writing?
Yeah. Yeah, I think, again, like, there's something up with Nem. Obviously, they just revealed that somehow she's involved with Nox. So I can't wait to get more of that. I can't wait to get more of Nox. Hopefully not as a writer.
Honestly, the fact that we're getting this world building for Nem this early makes me so happy.
Yeah. Okay, what I like a lot about the world building we've been getting so far is, like, it is teased. Like, it's just like Gozyuger, where, like, things, like, they're threads. Like, we're being teased along.
Right.
And it feels like there's a big mystery at the center of it. Whereas like with something like Gavu, like there were things we didn't know, right?
Right.
But it was definitely not a mystery.
Yeah.
Like there were things that came to light, but we as the audience were never engaged to be like, what do you think happened? But because of the structure of Zeztz, where every case is like, what is going on?
You're required to ask the question.
Yeah, you take that state that your brain is in, and you look at the main world building like that, and you're like, what is going on? Like, why Nem is suspicious? Why can she do all these things? Like, how does Nox know her? Like, why does Nox have power over nightmares? Why does like Nox fucking with Baku? Like, why is he there when Baku's in the hospital?
I'm excited.
Clearly, hopefully, everything will pay off. But right now, bar for bar, everything's hidden.
Oh, yeah.
I got nothing bad to say about Zeztz.
No.
It's not coming out enough.
Oh, God.
Oh, we should probably touch on... Oh, do you have anything more to say?
No, I'm just excited, but yeah.
Just glazing.
Are we going to touch on the anime? Is that what we're touching on?
No,
okay.
no. I haven't watched. Have you watched?
I haven't watched it yet. No.
Yeah, I've been seeing clips. There's like an anime about a guy who wants to be a Kamen Rider.
Is this something we want to touch on since our podcast is about Tokusatsu and it is in the realm ?
I'm gonna hang out.
Yeah,
you know,
that's fair.
I'm not taking on more than we need to right now.
You know,
it looks fun. It looks funny. It's fine. No, what I was going to talk on is the release schedule for Zeztz. At first, we were getting it streamed all day for one day. Then we argued to get it to all weekend.
Yep.
And they were like, after 5 episodes, it'll be dumped as one big VOD. And then after episode 4, every episode got released individually as a VOD.
Yep, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, it's very clear that like the Zeztz release schedule was never like set in stone. They're really kind of playing it by ear to see like what the best version of it is,
which is fine,
which is good. I think they like, thank God after 4, like they just put up 1 through 4 and then 5 they put up 5. Like I think airing it weekly is fun for like community building, but as far as for like getting a series out there, I think it's just not the way the world works anymore.
Yeah,
you know,
very true.
We live in an on-demand society now.
We live in a post-Netflix world.
Yeah, like people want the most you'll ever get is like of this kind of like, not like airing schedule, but like when Netflix drops a whole series and like a bunch of people watch it over the weekend, right, then you have like that moment where it's like it felt like it just aired. But for the most part, people just watch whatever like on demand,
right?
So yeah, I think this is the good move. I think it's, you know, I don't want to be like it's the way it should have been in the first place, because like I don't know and they didn't know.
Yeah, like they're still playing with it and that's fine. That's great.
Yeah, I think again, like this is the first one. Like you got to use it to test some shit out, you know,
especially on a global release. They didn't know what to expect and they probably still don't know what to expect.
Yeah. they're figuring it out and we're working on it. Not the shows, but just life.
Yeah.
But as always, We are merely but
two men talking.
Oh.
I switched it up. Surprise!
Yeah, I was like, whoa.
They're just
I could
two
call them man.
guys talking tokusatsu.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams.